Get to your TIE fighters, everybody. Incoming Tranquil Hill Farms. Well, wait a minute. Do we get to our TIE fighters or do we get to our tractors? Because maybe Tranquil wants us to be, working on the hay bales or something right now. Nonetheless, thank you very much, Tranquil. Appreciate you sending the raiders in.
Let's go while we're young.
If I've been talking all this time and you haven't heard me, then that's already a sign on how bad this is going to be tonight. Oh my God. Here I am, I'm just talking it all up. Giants, Dodgers, and I'm like, why aren't I getting any levels? I was talking? No. I was talking to pillows, kids. Everybody point and laugh at the commish. I know.
You idiot.
Yeah. Professional streamer, yo. I talk to myself quite often, if only you knew. So, as we were trying to say to no one in particular, we think we got a good one here tonight. We got the Dodgers. Chris Holland. Good to have him here. We've got the Giants. Mike Kilkenny. Sean Paxler is here. This should be a fun one indeed. I do answer myself. I say, self, why do you always like to talk to yourself just so often? Is it because the hecklers can't hear, you can't hear the hecklers?
Let's go while we're young.
And I reply to myself, self, enough of this funny stuff. Just get the freaking show started. Let go!
Welcome. Come in. Fresh victims for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Sir, you have to let go of the button.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yo, so now I get to talk to you guys, and thank goodness. Welcome. It is the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. It is the home of eMLB baseball. Welcome to all of you. Great to have you here. I am the commish. Everyone calls me that. My friends will call me LB. Just don't call me anything with four-letter words, please and thank you, because we kind of don't tolerate that around here. You haven't earned that right, Well, maybe one of you has. You've had to spend, 30 plus years being a best friend, apparently, for that. So, a reminder, we ask you to be kind and rewind, and in the immortal words of the highly overpaid censor on this channel, take it away, Deppy Duck.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
Yeah, what he said. It is eMLB Game of the Night, Tuesday night edition, 3-day stream, day 1 already in the books. If you don't know what happened and you are curious, especially since playoff implications are hot and heavy here, then join us in our Discord, the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. That is where you can get the full story on eMLB baseball. You also get to see all the work, all the rules. Hello, overpaid censor, indeed. Yes, all the work, all the stuff that we've got going on in there. It is an open invite, and of course, for those of you who have been gifted subs, that is a great way for you to really join us because we would love to tell your story. You'll see a bit of that tonight. We've got at least 5 players, technically 6, but one's a starter, so he shouldn't be expected to be seen today, that being Luke Wander on the Dodgers. But we have several community-created players that we'll introduce you to today. And if we mention 1.0 for any who happen to not know what we mean, I've been doing this for 22 real-life years. Yep, I'm telling you I'm old. But I've been doing this for quite a while. And when we first did eMLB, hey! Grumpy O'Brien says, hey, Jedi Cats need to be in the chat. 5 gifted subs. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. No one right there on the list that is a known player to get a mini boost. But of course, Grumpy has just gifted a few people here in the spirit of the holidays to give you, yes, you, a chance to be able to join us and let us tell your story. So, as we were basically kind of going around and saying, we feel like we've got a good one tonight. We've got the eMLB universe. We've got the 1.0 players. Been doing this for 2+ decades. And in our first universe, which we call 1.0, we've got players that are part of this universe. Kind of their doppelgangers to see how they do in their second go around here. We're going to get to see a few of those tonight. This is going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to this one. And we've got a bit of a surprise for you. And we're going to ask you to be patient. We think we've got it down. We think we'll be good on this. But we ask you for patience, and we hope that it will be. We don't know how often we'll do this, but it will be a, hopefully, very nice addition. So, as said, let's go look at where the standings are right now. Here's the regular standings so you can see it in the American League East. Baltimore holding serve, guaranteed of at least a 500 record. They should do far better than that. They are 2.5 game leader over the Red Sox. That is important. We'll talk about why in a moment. In the Central, you've got the White Sox having now won 3 in a row in 7 of their last 10 to give themselves a 1.5 game lead over the Indians here. Tigers and Twins are now 9 games back and more or less out of it at this point. In the American League West, probably the toughest division to be in. You've got the Astros, 92 game winners. The Angels are 89 game winners. Astros, Angels would win 3 other divisions if they didn't have the Astros in it right now. That's saying a lot. It is. Then you got the Mariners, who are 1 game away from a 500 record guaranteed on the year.
I am Optimus Prime.
Hey,
They're
Noble
like
Eagle.
15 beer.
Noble Eagle drops in and drops Optimus Prime on top of all of you. Thank you very much, Noble. Appreciate that. For all of you who had Optimus Prime land on you, we apologize, but remember, you're cartoon characters, you'll be fine. Just blow on your thumb and you'll blow right back up like a balloon. But if you didn't know, if you've got Amazon Prime, that means you've got Twitch Prime, and that gives you the right to support 1 channel every 30 days for free. But we get paid. We get Bezos bucks is what we'll call it. So when you support this channel, considering what is there, like, 3.5 trillion channels? It feels like that. But when you do that, we say namaste. We appreciate it because, of course, those Prime subs get the same perks as regular subs do. You get access to the world famous, my kid makes them, I'm gonna pimp them, the Fluffy Kitty Ninja emotes. You get access to the coolest Kappa emote in the entire Twitchdom. 6'9", 250-pound pink bunny. Name's Zdeno Chara. The Chara bunny is our sarcasm emote around here. Of course, some animation emotes. We got more coming soon. And of course, perks still for the eMLB universe as well. eMLB Evening Gang. Evening Gang. Gag. Gang. Woof. I got lost on all those typos, but it was pretty funny. All right. So in the Central again, the White Sox game and a half again on the Indians. Astros 3 games ahead on the Angels. So American League wildcard would go like this right now. It would be the Angels at home hosting the Mariners. Mariners have a game and a half lead on the Red Sox. Red Sox have Rafi Devers, 334, 54 homers, 141 RBI. That is a triple crowner. He could be the triple crown. But is he the MVP? Well, you're going to have to watch the, what was it, the Insiders team, right? Was it the Insiders or was it Here's Why You're Wrong? I didn't get to watch the show. It's Here's Why You're Wrong. Talked about which one is our AL MVP. So, again, great content on our YouTube channel. YouTube doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe, but you get notified when our awesome podcast content done by our community becomes available. So again, Indians are still in this mathematically from a wild card standpoint, as are the Rays, but it's still kind of a long shot in this instance considering that we have less than 20 games remaining. We'll continue to keep track on that. In the National League East, Phillies are a magic number of 9, pretty much assured of making the postseason here. The Washington Nationals are your world champions, but they may be teeing off in the first season. The Hebrew Hammer coming in and gifting a sub to one of his CCPs. Lion's Den, Smitty Lion getting the mini boost. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for doing that. Let's see. Again, Phillies are mathematically ahead. NC Pirates Nationals might be on the golf course before the wild card is done, unfortunately. At least you get a decent draft stock. Got to look at it from the bright side. Cubs are pretty much automatic. They are the closest team to clinching a division right now. 7 is their magic number, so they will not do it in tonight's sim. 92-game winners. And in the West, Padres comfortably ahead of the Giants, 6 games at this point. Again, Giants have home field advantage at this moment for the 1-game play-in. As of this moment, it's the Cardinals. But tonight's game could have implications on that. Dodgers have won 8 in a row, and they come into this one in our game of the night tonight, a half game back on the Cardinals. If they win and the Cardinals lose, Dodgers will have wild card standing. Brewers are 3.5 back as well and still in the hunt here. All right, let's look at what games are throughout the day. Again, this is day 2 of a 3-day sim. Baltimore will be taking on the Blue Jays. Ethan Knight going to the hill. Kind of a bit of a down year for Knight from his standards. He's 11-9, 4.13 ERA. He will pitch north of the border against David Parkinson tonight. Parkinson 1-2, 4.33 ERA. To Boston, Fenway Park. Red Sox have the Athletics in town. This is big time. They've got to take advantage of this. Red Sox will have Pablo Lopez go to the hill looking for win number 13 this year. The Scottish screwball, Marty McCleary, will try to thwart him. He's 7-14 this season for the Athletics. The Athletics, as you see, have 100 losses on the year. By the way, if you didn't see my new hat from my son from the Lake Placid trip, it's the Miracle on Ice Lake Placid hat. It's red, white, and blue, so why not? Let's be a little American. No, I'm not playing the Hulk Hogan song. That'll get me DMCA'd. Don't even think about it. Rays will have the Yankees in Tampa. Doc Luger to the hill looking for win number 10. Bobby Thomas has 10 wins. He'll try to go for number 11 in that one. That's a 7-10 start. Too much work for Andrew? Tigers taking on the Indians. Michael Moore has Martin Bradford. Bradford, the rookie, Extreme UW's community credit player, 10-6, 3.43 ERA. That one at I almost called it the Jake, but it's been a little dated to call it that. It's Progressive Field. The Kansas City Royals will have the White Sox, as the Royals are now in spoiler mode. Corbin Coe is now 10-10 on the year with an ERA of 4.5. John Duran has had a pretty decent year, 13-6, 4.11 ERA. White Sox looking to further assert themselves at the top of the AL Central. Padres taking on the Twins. Bobby Dowd's had a heck of a year, the former 1.0 player. Now 2.0 rendition, loving life as a Pod, 16-4, 2.51 ERA. He'll take on Brewster Gratterall. Gratterall's had a good year. Just the Twins have fallen off the face of the earth here in this second half of the season. They're great coming out of the gate, but they're just not good on the stamina, you know? So we'll see if that changes, but that's in the offseason. It's the Jake, right? Mariners will have the Rangers in at Globe Life Field in Texas. Cassie Thurman getting the ball, 8-11 against Logan Gilbert, who's 5-3. The Astros will do battle against the Angels. That one we're going to keep constant eyes on. Forrest Whitley doing battle against Showtime, Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani, I got to say this. It might not be Mike Trout. It might not be Rafi Devers, but why isn't Shohei Ohtani in the MVP conversation? 14-5, 3.85 ERA. Is it because he's hitting, 220, 230? No, wait, he's hitting 283 with 47 home runs. Does anybody... I don't know. Maybe Ohtani is the real MVP. Screw Trout. Screw Devers. Here's why you're wrong. Oh, wait, that's a different show. Marlins will have the Phillies. Michael Baez on the hill for the Marlins. Chris Jones looking for win number 10 on the year. Nah, it's Trout. Okay, whatever. Chris Jones looking for win number 10 on the year with a 3.75 ERA. Another 1.0 name. Doing well for the Phillies despite not being very highly rated, if I recall. Jones against Baez. Phillies against the Marlins. Braves will have the Nationals. Cutter Clausen, I think, is making his eMLB debut. I feel that is correct. Pirate can correct me if I'm wrong. Troy Bacon will try to make that one a messy one for him. Bacon is 4-6 on the year. Pirates will take on the Brewers. Cody Koshin, 6-12 on the year. Frank Glaus, another lefty. He was a giant in the 1.0 era. Glaus is 8-10 this year for the left-hander. Cubs having the Mets in town. Madison Bumgarner still brings it. 10-13, 4.21 ERA. Steve Randolph will be his opponent. He's 14-5 with a 4.56 ERA. To St. Louis will go. Reds are in town to take on the Cardinals. Seth Lonsway, 8-9 on the year. He'll try to tie his record at 9-9. He's got Jimmy Potts, the community created player of Jordan Cage. Jared Rollins. Potts was 1-0 with an 8.68 ERA to this point. Arizona has the Rockies in town in the desert. Edward Elric, Full Metal Elric, that is 0-1 in his first start. He'll take on Nick Lopez, who's 6-7 on the year. And with that, perfect transition over to the game of the night. Now, first things first. No, it's this side, Commissioner. This is driving me nuts. What is going on? Why is my green screen being a bum tonight? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's my lighting. Maybe I got to work on my lighting. All right, gang. So I made a promise that we had a little bit of a surprise tonight. We're going to try something. We don't know how often we're going to do it, but the opportunity has been of strong interest for me to make it done. And I'd like to be able to further expand what we can do here in the eMLB universe. So tonight, let me introduce a guest play-by-play announcer to join me in the broadcast booth tonight. And if I couldn't get somebody from outside, who am I going to go to inside? Yeah, you probably guessed it. Aiden Pearson is going to join us in the booth. We're not doing this in the guest star format, so you'll just hear Aiden's voice. I don't think I will probably be on screen all the time here, but with that said, let's bring in our man. He's the GM of Tampa. He is one half of our Here's Why You're Wrong crew. And if you guys are still doing it, he's 1/4 of the Joes on the pros. It is Aiden Pearson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I love the opportunity to be here, and it's going to be a fun game tonight. What a game for the first one where we're trying this out. It's probably the best matchup maybe we've had all season.
Indeed.
And I mean, it's a great one.
Indeed, it is a good one. And with that, we're going to transition right over. So just like that, we're going to get myself off the screen here. We're going to start talking about the am I even on the right screen here? Yes, I am. All right, we're going to talk and look at these lineups. First things first, let's have our lineups put in position here. I will reconfirm with each side. First things first, Chris Holland says he is good to go. No further changes. So let me make sure I've got everybody where is needed. You can see the screen well, right, Aiden?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, lineup is perfect. Freddie Peralta will get the start, so let's take a quick peek at the bullpen here so you can factor in the bullpen situation for tonight. We'll start it off with Steve Pickard, the starter, now working in a relief role here in the Dodgers. 84 innings of work so far this year, 3-1, 4.82 ERA. Last seen back on the 9th. He hasn't pitched in more than a week. Julio Urias is acting in a long relief role, and he pitched 2 innings back on the 12th against Colorado, gave up a couple runs in that instance. Urias may not be ready to go tonight. We'll see if he gets called upon. 97 2/3 innings of work. If he can get to 100, that'll make 3 consecutive seasons and 4 of the last 5 that he'll have over 100 innings pitched. Victor Arano from Medico, 31-year-old with a 7.38 ERA, more than 3 runs above where he was last season in the same length of innings pitched. The walks are up, the strikeouts are down, the home runs are launched. There's a lot of noise in the background.
I'm trying to fix it.
Okay. Homer Cruz from the Dominican has pitched back-to-back the last couple of days, 2 2/3 innings, just allowed 2 hits, struck out 3 in that time. He's been impressive when the Dodgers have tapped him. Tonight he may get the night off as he's been a busy guy the last couple of days. He did get his first major league win in relief back on the 13th against the Rockies. Marshall Kozlowski last pitched on the 12th against the Rockies in that 8-2 game. 7 saves on the year. If he gets the 10 this season, he'll make 3 straight seasons. Kozlowski has 10 or more saves on a season. But he's got an ERA, probably more impressive an ERA, of 1.5 runs better than last year. A lot of that attributed to really controlling the walks. Ron Marinaccio from Toms River, New Jersey, coming over from San Diego, pretty much consistent with how he was doing in San Diego. Walks are about the same. The home runs have been improved. Strikeouts have also been improved, just been a little bit more hittable. But Marinaccio definitely been a useful arm coming out of the bullpen. Wyatt Short ERA just over 3, played for Pittsburgh last season, and the ERA is about 1.5 better than it was. Everything else pretty much checks out to show he's still been an impressive guy over his time. 72 strikeouts in 68 2/3 innings this year. Cesar Angomas, 21 saves this season for Angomas, the 26-year-old Dominican who throws upper 90s. We first saw him when he came up with Baltimore, been with the Dodgers since 2024, and he has shown that he can definitely bring it. And finally, Andrew James, community created player of yours truly. AJ traded over from Pittsburgh to the Dodgers this year. He got his 28th save in yesterday's game, pitching an inning, allowing a hit, but he's pitched in 2 back-to-back games. So we're going to think the 26-year-old from Haverhill, Mass. is going to get the night off. Still high speculation that James is going to become a free agent this offseason. There's that. Over to San Francisco, reconfirming. Funny, I'm just reading what Tim said. All right. Mike, just reconfirm if you're good. The only thing to note, Danny Jansen is in the game, doesn't want him to play, but you do. So we're going to swap. The good news is that's the only adjustment to make from what I see. So let me know if you still want Jansen to go in despite his fatigue. While I wait for response there, let's look at the bullpen. Sean Gell. 3.05 ERA for the one-time former starter on this team. Probably found a better groove as his ERA is at a career low. So is the whip. Walks are still the challenge, but he just manages his innings far better. Chad Hawken. Hawken, the 31-year-old from California, very impressive 1.35 ERA, has not pitched in the majors since 2022. And you have to think, with the performances he's done, you got to wonder, why wasn't he in the majors? Zach Houston. Houston, 1-3, 280 ERA this season. Last pitched against the White Sox on the 13th. 9 pitches thrown. Should be fresh and ready to go tonight for Houston. Joel Cudell. Cudell coming over from Tampa. He has improved, got an ERA under 2 while being with the Giants here. The whip is just a tad over 1. Been a very effective player. Did pitch back-to-back on the 11th and 12th, but should be good to go if called upon tonight. Wyatt Mills. Mills, the 31-year-old from Spokane, Washington. Couple wins, couple saves this year. Pretty similar record to last season, 4.18 ERA to this point. Mills, having pitched an inning yesterday, could be called upon, but might also be given the night off. Chris Paddock. Paddock, the one-time starter for the Padres and the Giants. Now back in the majors and in the bullpen. It has not been going well. He hoped to turn it around and be impressive for the price tag that he is being paid. It's been an uphill battle for Chris Paddock. Finally, RJ Frere, one of the best stories on the year. He's fallen back to earth a little bit this season and returned to similar levels. ERA now at 2.83. That was about half of where it was around the All-Star break. 39 saves this year for RJ Frere. The 29-year-old Canadian has been a great story all year. All right, before I do my spiel, let me head it back over to Aiden and see if he's got some early thoughts on both of these lineups prior to getting underway tonight. Go for it, Aiden.
I mean, you gotta think with this Dodgers lineup. We were talking about it before the stream. This Dodgers lineup mashes. I think too many people also get caught up in that overall, like what that green or yellow or blue number says. But if you just look at it statistically, they mash the ball. However, a lot of these guys don't have success against Candela. You've got Seager, you've got Dillard, who have some success against him. Same with Corcoran. But outside of that, no one really has experience against him being a younger pitcher, or if they do, they haven't really done well. On the other side of the ball, though, you can't argue with that 1-2 punch of Michael Sean Kang and Matt Tote. Both of them know how to crush baseballs. So it'll be really interesting to see which pitcher and which pitching staff can limit the runs, especially playing in a place like Oracle Park, where it's not exactly easiest to hit a home run. It'll really come down to which pitching staff can hold up longer. Right now, both of these pitching staffs is great, but I got to give the edge to Candela and the Giants as the early look. But obviously, who can stop the Dodgers when they're on this hot of a tear, winning 8 straight?
Awesome stuff, and well said. You got the 8-game win streak of these Dodgers that has to be factored into this situation. Giants, I mean, you think anytime Jandy Ronson's on the hill, you got to think it's an automatic victory. And Grayson Rodriguez, who had all that promise in Baltimore, gets traded off, hasn't really been given the huge opportunity, and he just pitches lights out against the Giants in that game. So now we turn to tonight's game. Again, thank you for Aiden's thoughts here. We will transition to the game in a moment. We'll tell you how we're going to do things. But let's do our usual here. It is the time for you to bet in this game. And, you know, I've been thinking about, you got Candela, you got Peralta, you got at least one guy who's a big strikeout guy. The other brings it okay. But you have a home run mashers here. And I'm almost tempted to see if I can sucker... thanks for the save, Brendan. Brendan saving me before I probably put my foot in my mouth there. I just feel like when you've got the Dodgers, who are one of the most potent offensive teams home run wise, and you've got the wind blowing in from center, I feel like that's a good time to really see how many people will fall for the over-under prediction. We're going with it again, gang. We're setting the over-under at 3.5 home runs. We got to do it. What error trying again? You can do it. You can do it. Let's try this again. It's not letting me create the prediction. How rude. Was it because I didn't do something right? I paid the other one out last time. Yeah. Sucks tracking bets. Sorry. It's not letting me create the prediction. Probably wants me to change the number. So you know what? Let me try this one. Nope. Just for craps and giggles, I'll try that one. Nope. Attica, thank you, sir. Thank you, and appreciate it, and gifting a sub to the Gargalicious Booty Whomper. Yes, that is Aiden singing. All right, so you know what? If I can't get this to work one more time, I'm going to try this real quick, gang. I'm going to see if I can get the predictions to work. It's a Twitch thing. Okay, it worked. All right, there you go. We're back on the 3.5. Let's see how many are gonna just automatically try to go on the under here at Oracle Park with the wind blowing in from center field. Maybe I should have had an over-under on triples at 1.5. But anyway, all right. So there's your first bet. That's the bet on the Twitch point, also known as hairballs, one of many ways for you to be able to improve your eMLB player for all of you, our non-GMs. For our GMs, they can add cash as long as they haven't gotten, a certain amount. They are limited. Now let's talk the other part. It is the betting on the game of the night. And betting doesn't involve real money. Please remember that. We don't do that around here. Our goal here is to have fun. So what are you betting? You're betting on balls of yarn. Balls of yarn are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninja show. It is the lifeblood of the eMLB universe. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you have, to see how many balls you've got, use exclamation points as you just saw me do. For every 1,000 balls of yarn you have, type in exclamation boost and you can give yourself a boost. But unless you're the type who likes to play with their balls.
That's what she said.
Yes. and you want to hang on to them, well, wait until you get 5,000 balls of yarn, and then upon that you can type exclamation mega. That'll summon Lion-O, the Lord of the Thundercats, to help out his cousins, those fluffy kitty ninjas, and you will get 6 boosts for the price of 5. Here's how the bets work. 2 separate bets for you to figure out. First bet is which team you think wins. Second bet is how many runs do you think the winning team scores. So the first half of that bet, if you put that bet in to the chat, write down the team and the number. Number is how many runs will the winning team score. Not how many they win by, not how many total runs for both teams, how many runs the winning team scores. If you put that bet in between now and the end of the first and you are right on the night, you will win 75 balls of yarn. You can put your bet in the second inning, no problem, that you will only get 50 balls of yarn. And then your last chance is before the third out of the third inning. You will win 25 balls of yarn. But please note, if you pick the wrong team at any time, it'll set you back 25 balls of yarn. Tonight's eMLB game of the night is powered by the Out of the Park Baseball System, OOTP 23. Again, 4 different universes have powered eMLB over our 22 years. We've gone all the way back to Out of the Park 5. Tonight, the commish, I don't know about Aiden, but the commish is going to be having some Sam Adams Winter Lager. And since Aiden's going to be taking a little bit of the load off of me, well, maybe I'll have a second tonight. Who knows? Let's not. I still have an important job to do. I got to press the right button, so probably just one still. Of course, you're watching us live on Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. Again, you will hear 2 voices this evening. You'll hear me, the commish, and you're going to hear Aiden Pearson, Rays Rule 9107. We'll talk about that in a moment. Tonight's starting lineup for the Dodgers. Since the trade deadline, they are 25-15. They have won 8 in a row. They are a half game back of the Cardinals coming into this one for the wild card, and they are the top team in the National League in the home run department, 243 this year. Juan Corcoran will lead it off. The Venezuelan just had a 9-game hitting streak, and he's hitting .357 over his last 10. He is the top hitter on this Dodgers team, batting average-wise. He'll lead off over at second. Again, Corcoran, Robertson, Dillard, and Hinton are 4 1.0ers. What would you expect a day 1 1.0er to use? Of course, right, Chris? Jackson Robertson, a mini clone of Jackie Roberts, Andrew's favorite player. Jackson Robertson, the 25-year-old rookie from Gentry, Arkansas, has a 9-game hitting streak, hitting .350 in that span and 6 RBI. He'll bat second in left field. The baby buck, Rob Deere Jr., 20-year-old from Orange, California, community-created player of Rob Deere in the headlights. The rookie is hitting .336 with 17 home runs to start his career off. Just had a recent 12-game hitting streak, and he has a little bit of kryptonite on the road. He's only hitting .286. What up with that, Rob? Get to work on the road, you road warrior. He'll bat third and in right field. Another community-created player, Darius D-Mac McKenzie. When he's not spamming our Discord with hacked new Discord channels to go to, he's mashing taters, hitting 42 home runs this season. The 3-time All-Star since traded over from Milwaukee, hitting .304 with 18 home runs as his time in Dodger Blue. He'll be your shortstop, batting cleanup. Cody Bellinger is batting 5th at DH. Apparently life imitates art. Bellinger hitting just .216, 175 strikeouts so far this year. He's 5 away from a career high he did back in 2019 when he had 180 strikeouts. Charlie Dillard, known as the Dill Bomber, 300 plus home runs in the 1.0 universe, 44 home runs already this year, and he hits better on the road. 253 with 24 of those homers. Comes into this one with a 3-game on-base streak. He's the center fielder, batting 6th. Corey Seager is batting 7th. He's your third baseman tonight. Got a 6-game hitting streak coming into this. Entering play tonight, he is 27 hits away from joining the top 10 Dodgers in all-time hits. The big train, Al Hinton, the first baseman, former outfielder in the 1.0 universe, first baseman here, 30 home runs this season, got a 3-game hitting streak, a light one, a minor one, 3 for 10 with an RBI. With the Dodgers since his trade from New York, though, he's struggling. 225 with 5 home runs in 138 at-bats. He'll bat at first and hit 8th. Finally, Timo Hernandez. Jeez, I forgot Timo. Timo's a 1.0er too. Timo, 25-year-old from Los Angeles, California, playing for his hometown Dodgers. 258 average this year. 3-game hitting streak where he's got 7 hits in 14 at-bats and 3 runs in that time. Freddie Peralta. Do you believe Freddie's only been an all-star one time? The 30-year-old is in his 9th year. He's 12-8 this year. He just accomplished his 3rd straight 200-plus strikeout season, his 5th overall. Against San Fran this season, 1-2 with a 4.8 ERA. He'll look for number 13 tonight. For the hometown Giants coming into this one, Aaron Nixon will be your shortstop, leading off 6 for 17 against Peralta thus far. Just had an 11-game hit streak, and he'll look to start a new one up. Baek-ho Kang is your right fielder, batting 2nd. Michael Sean Kane, your first baseman. First 30 home run season for MSK, as he had back-to-back 29 homer seasons in his first 2 years. We'll see where he sets the bar to finish this one off. He's at batting third, and playing at first. Matt Toke, 37 home runs this year, but since July, just a 174 clip. Still mashes taters, though, in that time. He's the DH and batting 4th. Danny Jansen gets the call again tonight. Since joining San Fran, hitting just .211 for the 2-time All-Star. He'll bat 5th behind the dish. Bo Bichette is at 2nd, batting 6th. Career high in home runs and 1 away from another tying his career high in RBI. Dan King is your center fielder, batting 8th. Isaiah Thomas, the rookie, is in left field, batting 8th. Dan King's batting 7th. Thomas is batting 8th. Thomas, in his last 53 at-bats, has not had either a home run or an RBI. He will look to break at least one of those streaks tonight. Finally, Jean Carini, community credit player of Jean Carini, the Venezuelan. He is 4th in zone rating, 2nd in third base defensive efficiency, and 3rd in third base field percentage. Carini brings it defensively. Ethan Candela, the knuckleballer from Newburgh, New York, looking for his 20th win. This is his 2nd attempt at it. 30th start on the year, 1.1 whip. In his 2 appearances against the Dodgers this year, he is 1-1 with an 8.1 ERA. There's your matchups. Here I come again. Here's our plan for this one. Aiden is going to call innings 1 through 3 as your play-by-play. I'll be providing some color commentary here and there. For now, I will keep my camera on, but I might turn it off. I'm more likely to turn it off, to be honest. But Aiden's going to call innings 1 through 3. We will take a short break at that time. Then I will call the middle innings, and then we'll switch off for innings 7 through 9. We hope you will enjoy this new telling of our story, as we've got multiple storytellers. Let's get to Oracle Park for tonight's game of the night. Holy crap, we're going to have guys with us all the time because it makes the widget want a widget. We didn't have to change a thing. We love it. We absolutely love it. So let me get us previewed, and then we will hand everything over to Aiden from here. Here's your defensive alignment for the Giants in this one tonight. Isaiah Thomas will be in left field. Dan King is your center fielder. Back Ho Kang is in right. Jacques Carini is over at third. Aaron Nixon is your shortstop. Bo Bichette over at second. And MSK, Michael Sean Kane, is your first baseman. Danny Jansen is behind the dish. As a reminder, all ratings you see in eMLB are rated on a scale system of 1 to 20. On the hill tonight, Ethan Candela. Before I talk about Ethan, let me do this part before, since Aiden will take over. A reminder, you're watching a traditional online league with a twist. I'm just the commish. I tell the story. I'll have a little help tonight, but we have 30 GMs, soon to be 32 as we expand this offseason. They are the decision makers on their teams. In these games, they make the decisions that influence the outcome, and you guys are the community-created players that we further tell the story about. When no one's on base, we will go right to the result. When runners are aboard, we will go pitch by pitch, so we can tell the story a little further. And with that, let's introduce our starter, the 30th appearance on the year for the kid known as E-Money, Ethan Candela from Newburgh, New York. Candela making his 30th appearance on the year. He is 19-5. With a 2.74 ERA. 19 wins, leads all of eMLB, and the 2.74 ERA is second in the National League. 193 and 2/3 innings of work for Candela, giving up 164 hits, 59 earned runs, allowed just 10 home runs so far this year, while walking 49, striking out 164. Opponents are hitting 227 against Candela. Throws low 90s with a splitter, a sinker, a changeup, and his top pitch, the knuckleball. Second season in the majors for him. And with that, I will hand it right over to... Do you want to introduce with the stats as well, Aiden, or would you like to do that?
It's up to you, however you'd like to play, whatever feels comfortable.
I'll go with Juan Corcoran to start it off, and then I'll hand it over to you. Juan Corcoran will come into the box. Corcoran, the Venezuelan, checks in and hitting at 297 on the year. That's tops on the Dodgers to this point. He has 19 home runs and 50 runs batted in for the 22-year-old sophomore. And with that, I will hand the floor over to Aiden. Let me make sure I've got my little graphic up that I wanted. I will deactivate myself, and I will put your name right there. Yay. Alrighty, take it away, Aiden.
Thank you so much. And just as a reminder, the last reminder from Kamish, when nobody is on base, we go right to the result. And then as people are on base, we will go to one pitch mode so we can tell more of the story. Corcoran going to step up against Candela. Candela on this season, as we've mentioned, 193 and 2/3 innings to a 2.74 ERA. Corcoran so far in the month of September, a 320 hitter, and so far on the season hitting over 10 points above his career batting average. Candela waits for his sign from his catcher, Jansen.
I'm off camera taking shots. We are underway. All right, one quickie right over Aiden's name. We do the cheer. Cheers, everybody. It's Sam Adams Winter Lager tonight. Now I will turn my camera off as Aiden is calling it for the next 3 innings. Here we go.
So here we go. Candela getting a sign behind the dish from Jansen. Dodgers, as mentioned, have an 8-game winning streak on the line, looking to start it in. Wind blowing in from center field at 11 miles an hour. The 1-0 count here to Corcoran, the second baseman. This one lined out towards left field, going back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. A big fly over the head of Thomas in left field, and Corcoran starts off the Dodgers with an early 1-0 lead, and that over-under prediction looking very good to start early.
He hung a knuckleball big time up there, Aiden.
Big time knuckleball hung up at the top of the zone, 66 miles an hour, and even with a lack of power, you should still be able to crush that one out. Next up is Jackson Robertson. Robertson, so far a 295 hitter on the season, was brought in as a minor league free agent signing after being a Rule 5 selection of the Pittsburgh Pirates this past offseason. So far this season, 1 home run and 17 RBIs. The pitch from Candela. And a 1-2 count. The pitch. Swung on a miss. He got him. Candela comes back against Robertson and gets him swinging for the first out of the inning. And that time, Candela looked efficient on the mound, something we're used to seeing from him. Next up into the dish is Rob Deere Jr., the exciting rookie, the right fielder, already with 17 home runs on the season, hitting just a measly .336. Here, he'll look to face Candela. These two will be probably two of the biggest names you see in the NL West for years to come. Deere Jr. in the first through third innings, 6 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch from Candela. This one lined out towards center field. Coming over to catch it, that is King, and he'll make the out for out number 2 of the inning. So with 2 outs now, and that'll bring up the shortstop and the cleanup hitter, Darius McKenzie. McKenzie acquired in sort of a blockbuster trade that no one saw, a 6-player deal from Milwaukee during the season this year. And he's quietly putting together what could be considered a NL MVP caliber season. So far on the season, he's got 42 home runs, 116 RBIs to go along with a 6.1 WAR. Candela will face off against McKenzie, hitting .306 on the season. The pitch from Candela with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch to McKenzie. That one's lined over into left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second is McKenzie, and he'll get in there with a double. A 2-out double for Darius McKenzie down the left field line. That'll be his 13th double of this. 13th double of the season overall.
Yeah, that damn projection throws you off.
Yeah, that projection throws me off a little bit. So 13th double of the season for McKenzie. Dodgers will keep rallying for the dangerous left-handed bat of Cody Bellinger. Bellinger so far on the season, just a measly .216, but not to mention second on the team with 42 home runs, tied with Darius McKenzie. 1 RBI short of 100 on the season. Candela will look McKenzie back. The first pitch to him.
If I hit the button right. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. First pitch. That'll be lined out towards left center field. Coming over is King, and he'll make the catch. So first pitch swinging for the Dodgers there. Dodgers get 1 on the Corcoran home run. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Dodgers leading 1-0.
With that, I will introduce your defensive alignment here for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first before we get back underway. Starting in the outfield, you've got Jackson Robertson out there in left. Charlie Dillard, the Dill Bomber, is in center field. Rob Deere Jr. standing in front of the tall wall in right field, covering in front of McCovey Cove. Corey Seager is your third baseman. Darius D-Mac McKenzie is at short. Juan Corcoran is your second baseman. And Al Hinton, the big train, over at first. Timo Hernandez is behind the dish. He will be on the hill for the starter tonight. It's the strikeout king himself, Freddie Peralta. Peralta now 30 years old. 31st appearance on the year. 12-8 with a 4.29 ERA. In 159 and a third innings of work. He's given up 134 hits, 76 earned runs, while allowing 28 homers. He's walked 66 and has his third consecutive 200 strikeout season. 203 to this point. Now 5 200-plus strikeout seasons for Peralta. He throws mid-90s with the fastball, works a nasty changeup, really mixes his speeds well with it. Also has a very good slider and we'll call it an average changeup. Peralta in his 9th year, only one-time All-Star in 2025. With that, he's ready to go. New batter coming into the box. Let's go back to Aiden Pearson.
Aaron Nixon digging into the dish. Thank you, Commish. 6 home runs on the season, 42 RBIs. Your traditional leadoff man gets on base at a decent clip at 272, a 292 hitter. He is a threat to run if he reaches. Peralta will get his sign on the mound. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Peralta. This one lined out towards Deere in right field, and that'll get down in front of Deere for a base hit. Nixon will take a turnaround first, but it's a leadoff single for Aaron Nixon, and it puts a runner on for Mr. Bakho Kong. Kong, the right fielder so far, a 230 average with 18 homers and 60 RBIs. So far, for his career, a career 230 hitter, as it is his first season in the big leagues. At home, just a measly 194 average, looking to bring that up here against Peralta. Peralta will get his sign from Hernandez as Nixon takes his lead off first. First pitch. Running is Nixon, the throw down. He's safe. Not in time there, as Nixon raises it to 24 steals on the season. And it is ball one on the outside.
Nixon just caught 6 times so far this year, 24 of 30. Been impressive when he goes for his shot.
Definitely going to try and take advantage of what's not considered a great arm behind the dish for Hernandez. 1-0 count now, as the next pitch to Kong will miss high and outside. It's ball 2. Kong knows how to swing it when he gets his pitch. First right-handed pitching, a 229 hitter this season, with 11 of his 18 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. The next pitch from Peralta. It'll catch the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Peralta trying to dance around Kong a little bit. He's trying to hit the black, which is common of Peralta, but he does get a lot of swing and miss in his game. The next pitch to Kong on the 2-1 count. Misses high, ball 3. So 3-1 count and putting runners on first and second for the part of this lineup, and Kane and Toke would not be ideal for Peralta, as the 3-1 pitch. Grounded towards second base. Making the play over to first in time is Corcoran, but the runner moves over to third, and it'll be 1 out with a runner on third for Michael Sean Kane.
I see I'm influencing there. It's just so announceable.
It is. It's a perfect announcer name, I feel like. The 3 names, nothing too long, not too many syllables. It's perfect. Kane, one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball across his career, a 330 hitter on the season, or last year I should say. This year down to 312, but 30 homers, 170 RBIs, a 944 OPS for his career. He's got 88 big flies, as well as a 311 lifetime hitter. Nixon off third, the first pitch from Peralta will catch the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Kane, community created player of GM Sean Paxlayer. Kane is a big force to be reckoned with at the plate. Next pitch on the 0-1. Looks like it'll miss just inside, ball 1. Peralta has a good pitches here, but looking to get out of this inning. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss inside, 2-1. With runners in scoring position, Michael Sean Kane hitting .329 with 10 home runs. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one grounded to the shortstop Darius McKenzie. He'll throw over to first in time for the out, but a run will score. So the Giants will tie up the game on the 6-3 putout, and it is a 1-1 game here for Matt Toke.
Kane will get his 108th RBI on the season. That is a career high for him. He continues to raise the bar in that category.
So with that being said, it brings in Mr. Matt Toke, 37 home runs on the season. Career 73 home runs for him, having a good year, a .229 average, but not known to hit for average, but he will swing the bat. Pitch-by-pitch mode is off as we go straight to the result. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Peralta. Down looking. Toke takes a seat down looking, but a run will come across on the Nixon single, stolen base, and an RBI ground out by Michael Sean Kane. We'll head to the top of the second inning. Your score, 1-1 here from San Francisco and Oracle Park. Stepping in now is Charlie Dillard. Dillard so far on the season, a 223 hitter, but does have 44 RBIs, does have the team lead, or 44 home runs, I should say. Does have the team lead in home runs. Second year up at the big leagues. And so far this season, hitting 223. Here we go from Candela.
Shift on against Dillard.
The 1-2. That one grounded straight into the shift. The second baseman over there is Bo Bichette. He makes the play, and it is good for the first out of the inning. So with one out, that'll bring the left-handed bat of Corey Seager. Corey Seager, so far on the season, 21 homers, a 267 average. His career, 244 big flies, getting ever so closer to that 1,000 RBI mark, currently sitting at 856, a career 288 hitter. Candela on a 2-2 count. The windup, pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Candela is starting to settle in here. That's his second strikeout of the day, his second one swinging. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the first baseman, Al Hinton. Hinton, 30 home runs, 71 RBIs on the season. His second season in the big leagues. He's not exactly had the best numbers on the road, but better than his home numbers, a 238 average with 17 of his big flies coming on the road. Here's the pitch from Candela. The 3-0 count. Misses inside. Close call there. And it'll be a 2-out walk here for Candela. And bring up the catcher, Timo Hernandez.
Knuckleball looked like it got the zone. Didn't get the call there. Again, the dancing knuckler always makes it a little bit more of a challenge. Jansen didn't apparently help out there.
Yeah, tough play there, as it looked like it might have caught part of the black. Multiple pitches in that sequence looked like it did, but you know what? We don't pay the umpires enough in this league, so we can't expect too much. Here we go. It's a no-no count to Timo Hernandez, the first pitch to him. Foul back there for strike one. Hernandez so far on the season, a 258 hitter with 15 home runs. As he'll face the second pitch in the 0-1 count from Candela. This one lined deep towards center field. Going back at the track, and it'll reach the wall and one hop the wall. Throwing it in from center is King. The throw to the plate is not in time. As Hinton goes all the way from first to third, the first baseman chugging his way along. He'll score a run. It's a 2-out double there on the season, his 15th of the season. And it'll put the Dodgers back in front. It's 2-1.
Hernandez now has extended his hitting streak with that one. He's got a 4-game hitting streak, 8 hits over his last 4 contests.
Juan Corcoran will now step in here and looking to help his cause a bit more. A solo shot to lead off back in the first inning. So far on the season, he hit his 20th round tripper of the season in his last at-bat, and he'll face the first pitch. Swung on and fouled back for strike one. Corcoran not exactly known for high power, but does have a decent amount of it. The 298 hitter, more known for his contact, but is well known and does have some speed on the base pass should he reach base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one fouled back again, quickly 0-2. Candela looking to get out of this with just the 1 run scaved against him. Anything shallow, and wouldn't be shocked if they see Hernandez held up at third. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Candela. That one, the dancing knuckler misses inside. It's ball 1. You see Candela go to the knuckleball a lot, as it is his primary pitch, and it is a good one there. The 1-2 now from Candela. This one, line foul once again. Staying alive is Corcoran. Corcoran chokes up on the bat a little bit. The 1-2 from Candela into Jansen. Checks his swing. Did he go? They will say no swing on the appeal. So it moves to 2-2, and obviously you can't tell much by the animation, but it looked close. And I think Candela and Jansen were both pleading their case there for a strikeout. But we'll do a 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch. This one, line out towards left field, a diving play, and what a catch out there in right field from Bako Kong. And you know what that means? It's a sexy play of the day. That takes us to the bottom of the second inning now as Danny Jansen will dig in against Peralta. Jansen acquired back on the trade deadline in a deal with Texas. So far on the season, 13 home runs, a 253 hitter. Is playing a little bit tired today, however. 44 RBIs as well to add to his ledger. He hit his career 100th home run recently. Last year had 14 home runs. Here's the windup and the pitch lined up the middle, and it's a base hit for Danny Jansen. Jansen will take a turnaround first, and he'll head back. It's in there for a single. That'll bring up the dangerous Bo Bichette, the second baseman.
Jansen really reached out to touch that one and sent it almost right back through Peralta's ear.
Yeah, you don't see that much. The 96 mile an hour outside of the zone just did well to keep his hands inside and send that ball up the middle. It'll now be Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette on the season so far, he's got a 244 average, but has 24 homers and 89 RBIs. The career 251 hitter. We'll dig in here. The first pitch from Peralta. Out one, laced out towards left field. Coming over in time to make the catch is Robertson, and retreating back to first is Jansen. So 2 pitches, a single and a fly out to left field, and with 1 out, that'll bring in Dan King, the center fielder. King on the season, just 1 home run, but 277 average. A career 292 hitter. As the first pitch into him. They'll check his swing, they'll appeal. No swing is the call. Jansen not a threat to run. King a good contact hitter. Peralta gets his sign from Hernandez. The 1-0. That one fouled back for strike 1. And you know, it's tough here with King, a great defensive center fielder, but as well doesn't have a lot of power. They're looking to continue this inning and keep themselves in this game against Peralta, who's known to settle in as games get along. Here's the 1-1 pitch here to King. This one flared out towards left field once again. Ranging over, and it will fall short in for a base hit. A little blurry on my screen there, so I couldn't tell exactly what was happening. Jansen will advance to second there.
King definitely just went with what he had given to him on the outside, just deposited in left field. Very professional swing there from one of the better hitters on the team.
So King reaches there with a single, and that'll bring up Isaiah Thomas. Thomas, a power hitter with speed, a true different player than what you see in his first season in the big leagues. 23 home runs with a 242 average. Does as well have 14 stolen bases to his credit. King leads off first as Jansen leads off second. The pitch from Peralta. Checks his swing. Did he go? No swing. 0 for 3 on appeals tonight in this game.
Thomas is on his a streak he would not like to be on. He hasn't had a home run or an RBI since August 29th. That's 13 games and 53 at-bats.
He's got 2 ducks out there on the pond now looking to break that streak. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the bottom of the zone, the fastball for strike 1. Thomas at home, a 229 hitter with 7 home runs and 25 RBIs. As here's the 1-1 from Peralta. This one lined up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit. Jansen gonna turn the corner, but he's not gonna go anywhere. So station to station baseball for the Giants, but it puts the bases full of Giants for Gene Karingi. Gene on the season, 3 homers, 36 RBIs, the 280 hitter. He'll look to just make something happen and extend that RBI till in his career. He has 229 of those RBIs. A 286 hitter at home. Peralta looking to work out of the jam. The first pitch. Foul back, strike 1.
Technically, it's Jean Carini, but that's fine. Carini, a defensive specialist, but these last 2 seasons, he's really started to improve. He hit 298 last year and already 280 this season.
Career against Peralta, 3 for 18, but this season against right-handed pitching is hitting .302, something to pay attention to. The 0-1. Fouled back once again, or he swung, I should say, and fouled back. for strike two. So an 0-2 count now, and Peralta, the strikeout specialist, looking for a big one here. Bases full of Giants. The 0-2 pitch from Peralta. That one in the dirt. Good stop there by Hernandez. It'll be ball one. Hernandez not exactly known for his defense behind the plate, but did a good job of blocking that one. Is 94 miles an hour in the dirt. Hard to stop. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. A big strikeout there for Peralta. And with 2 outs now, that'll bring up Aaron Nixon, the single, back in the first inning, and a stolen base as well. Aaron Nixon scored the lone run for the Giants so far in this game. He was acquired on waivers back in the 2022 season as the first pitch. It's going to miss low for ball one. Nixon against Peralta, a career 7 for 18. Looking to extend that here, make it 8 for 19. The 1-0 pitch. Misses low, ball two. Peralta can't afford to lose him here, as it would walk in the tying run. Go ahead run on second base, even though it's early in this one. 2-0. Misses inside, 3-0 now. You gotta think the red light's on here for Nixon. 32 pitches for Peralta thus far. A 3-0 with 2 outs.
Hold on one sec. I'm just giving Chris some instructions.
Oh, you're good. The one hard part about the two broadcaster booth with one side is I don't get to see the instructions. I'm just calling the game like you. So here we go. The pitch. That one, the curveball catches the zone. Strike one. Right down the heart of the pipe, and Nixon must have been taking all the way because you gotta think he wants that one back with middle curveball. Just he probably could have done a lot with that pitch. So here we go. The windup pitch. Fouled back. It'll be full count. Runners will be going on the pitch. 3-2. Peralta looking for a big out here. Nixon trying to give his team at least tie it or the lead. Here's the windup. And the pitch from Peralta. That one is fouled back. And he stays alive. Still 3-2. So here we go. We'll do the 3-2 once more. Runners going. The pitch. Misses low and in the dirt. And he'll walk in a run. So Aaron Nixon technically gets an RBI on that one. And it's tied. It's 2-2 for Baco Kong.
RBI number 43 on the season for Nixon in that one. That's a career high.
And that'll bring up Baco Kong. Baco Kong so far today, with the ground out to the second baseman, Corcoran. So far, he's a first pitch swinger hitting .409 when he swings at the first pitch. Here's the windup and the pitch from Peralta. That one catches the outside part of the zone for strike one. K-Zone doesn't agree with it.
Or didn't.
What?
I thought it was a little outside at first, but
Looked a little
umpire
generous.
liked it.
Looked a little generous.
So here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Strike two. So he's quickly 0-2 now. And it's interesting here. We'll see what he goes to. Peralta can waste a few pitches, but at the same time, don't want to get too cute with anything. 38 pitches so far on the game. Here we go. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. A big strikeout there to keep the game tied. But the Giants do come back and tie the game back up. It's tied at 2. Here as we go to the top of the third inning.
And a friendly reminder for those of you out there, if you have not bet in tonight's game, is your last chance. It's the third inning, which means you've got a last chance to put in who you think's going to win. How many runs will the winning team score? And with that, back to Aiden Pearson for calling the third inning.
Jackson Robertson will dig in now. Struck out back in the first inning. And he'll face Candela once more. The first pitch. Or the pitch from Candela. The 2-2. That one lined out towards left field. And it looks like that'll get down for a base hit. Rounding first, but nothing doing there. It's a single for Jackson Robertson. And once again, another base runner. A base runner is reached safely in all 3 innings so far for the Dodgers. And Robertson, a speed threat out there, but Jansen, a decent arm behind the plate. And that'll bring up the rookie sensation, Rob Deere Jr. Deere Jr. in the month of September, 320 hitter with 3 home runs. His last at-bat flew out to center field. First pitch to him. Knuckler catches the zone for strike 1. Candela always trying to be careful with the location of that knuckle. If it hangs, we saw what happened back. The 0-1 pitch. Misses. Inside with the knuckleball. 0-1.
Deere was drafted in the first round last season. He was 14th overall selection from the University of Nebraska.
Many thought that he fell farther than he probably should. Some of those people, including myself, at the time last year. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch from Candela. That one misses low. It's ball 2. And you know, I mentioned back in the first inning, Deere Jr. and Candela is probably a matchup we'll see for a while here as a part of the NL West. Even with the new alignment and even with the schedules changing a little bit, we should see them both a lot on the national scene. 2-1 pitch now from Candela to Deere. This one grounded to short, and there will be no play at second. He'll throw it over to first, and in time. 6-3 put out.
Roberts was off on the pitch in that one. Saw him take that extra 2 steps and then go as the ball was swung on.
So Robertson off, avoids the double play with Nixon there at short, making the play over to Kane. And that'll bring up Darius McKenzie. D-Mac had a double in his last AB. And he's looking to continue his hot streak. Here we go, the first pitch. Catches the zone for strike 1. D-Mac had some questionable actions, according to the commissioner's office, season with some instances on a message board. Nothing was confirmed ever, and we never saw the messages, but was a little suspicious. So the 0-1 pitch to McKenzie. Fouled off.
Had to sneak a sound effects in there to go with that.
So it's 0-2 with 1 out. Robertson leading off second as Candela against McKenzie. That pitch just misses the zone. And looks like he might have been able to get it called. Jansen not doing a job pitcher there. It's 1-2.
Don't know how McKenzie could have laid off on that. A knuckleball up. It just seems like a dream come true for these guys.
Yeah, but sometimes that knuckleball has the fancy movement on it, and it looks worse than it is. So, 1-2. That one misses inside, 2-2. McKenzie almost getting hit by that one, having to get out of the way of it. Shortstop. Traded, as we mentioned, is a big blockbuster deal before the deadline. This one swung on and missed. He got him. Candela rears back and gets another strikeout, his third of the game. And there are now 2 down with a runner on second for the DH, Cody Bellinger.
Candela now 3 strikeouts on the night as he continues to match pace. He's actually got more strikeouts than Peralta.
So both strikeouts are important here as Bellinger coming in now. First pitch to him misses high for ball. Bellinger tied for second on the team with 42 big flies, but only a .216 hitter, having a down year for his standards. Over his career, a .259 career hitter. Pitch from Candela. Just misses outside. It's ball 2. That first pitch, he might have had a little bit of a break with, but unable to be told. Here we go. The 2-0 now to Bellinger. That one swung on a miss, strike 1. So, 2-1 count now as Candela looks to battle back. He gets a sign from Jansen. Wind up and the pitch. Splitter misses low. 3-1. This is where Bellinger likes to thrive. A 3-1 count, and there's a potential for something that can hang over the plate here. You got to think with that power, he's got the green light. Career 344 home runs hanging in the balance here for the DH. Here's the windup and the 3-1. Misses just inside, ball 4. So runners now on first and second for the Dodgers, and that'll bring up Charlie Dillard, and that one looks like it probably caught part of the zone. Tough break there, but Dillard will come in with 2 ducks on the pot. And he'll look to do some damage here. First pitch. Misses. Low for ball 1. Candela seeming to have lost his touch. Having trouble finding the zone. 57 pitches already. 2 2/3. As Candela will get his sign. The windup. The 1-0. This is low again. Ball 2. So 2-0 count now. As Candela will once again try to find it. That one fouled off. Strike 1. Candela so far over this season only has allowed 51 walks to 167. So far today, 2 of those walks have come. Here's the next pitch. Catches the zone for a strike. He's battled back from 2-0 to 2-2 against Dillard. 2 ducks on the pond, and Jensen at second. Bellinger at first. Here's the 2-2 from Candela. That pitch just misses. Not sure where. Maybe a little bit inside. As the count is now full, runners will be off with. Here's the pitch. This one grounded down the first base line. Foul over there for Michael Sean Kane. So we'll do the full count once more.
Ducks on the pond, deer in the headlights. It's a zoo out there.
So here we go. 3-2. Runners off with the pitch. Grounded. Over. Diving stop. But it'll get past him and into the outfield. Coming around third and heading home is Robertson. And it's an RBI single for Dillard. And it puts the Dodgers back in front. It's 3-2.
Dillard gets his 84th RBI on the year. Just sends a line shot that gets just past the glove of Bo Bichette into right, helping Robertson score there.
Bellinger was off with the pitch, so he ended up on third base. So now for Seager, 21 home runs on the season. First pitch to him, catches the zone for strike 1. Struck out back in his first at-bat last inning. Looking to avoid that here and give the Dodgers a little more cushion. The 0-1. This one fouled back. Strike 2. Candela quickly working here. Already at 65 pitches. Both pitchers working hard to get through their first few innings. Next pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 3. So Seager with his second strikeout of the day. Candela's 4th. He ends the threat there. Dodgers do score another and regain the lead. It's 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your last chance to put in your bet. Folks, after this half inning, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Let the dogs out as well as take a quick little stretch, and then we'll be back. As Kamish will take back over in the 4th inning. Michael Sean Kane, however, was trying to do some damage here before we take that break. A RBI ground out to short his last AB, 30 home runs on the season, and he'll dig in with 8 RBIs, a career high for it. First pitch, this one. The 1-0 was lined out towards right field, coming over, and it will drop in for a base hit. A base hit for Michael Sean Kane, continuing what is a great season for him, and that'll bring up the powerful Matt Toke. That 1-0 pitch, just a fastball in the bottom middle zone, right where Sean Kane likes to feast. That'll bring up Matt Toke, the first pitch to him. He's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. And Kamish, Sean Kane, one of the more powerful hitters that we see in this league. And so far this season, he's showing he's an all-around hitter, not just power.
I agree with you completely, and especially in the second half of the year, he's raised his average a good 25 points. Just being able to show he's not about just trying to pull it. You saw that beautiful stroke to right field, just gets right in front of Deer, just very professional at bat.
Matt Toke with the 1-0 count. The next pitch to him. Misses outside 2-0, and for Toke here, they, even with a runner on, they still have the shift on. And if you're Toke, maybe if you get another pitch on the outside like the past two have been, maybe just try to stroke it the other way. 2-0 pitch now as Kane leads off first. That pitch misses low and outside. It's 3-0. Dodgers with a 3-2 lead against Ethan Candela. 3-0 pitch here from Peralta. That one misses. So, or that one catches the bottom part of the zone. And that was a very big low changer. Taking all the way there was Tote. 3-1 pitch now from Peralta. That one will also catch the bottom part of the zone. A fastball right in there. It's full. So full count. 3-2. Wind still blowing in from center field at 11 miles an hour in a 66-degree night. This one lined out towards right field. Coming over is Rob Deer, but no play as it gets foul. And we'll do the 3-2 once more. Deer not able to get over there as it landed foul. As here we go. The 3-2 once more. This one grounded over to second, but no play over to first as it is a handout scorebook. But advancing to second is Michael Sean Kane, who looked to be off with the pitch.
He was off with the pitch. He had a pretty good jump. Might have gotten in there if it wasn't a full count situation.
Corcoran over to Hinton for the out. And with one out now and a runner on second, that'll bring up the catcher, Danny Jansen, one with a single as well as a run scored. First pitch from Peralta. Misses inside, ball one. Peralta working on sort of towards the right-handed side of the batter's box in today's game, both to the right-handed and left-handed hitters. Already had 50 pitches. Not known for a whole lot of stamina, as this next pitch is swung on a miss for strike one. So one out, runner on second. They'll look to get him home and tie this game up. Both teams with 5 hits apiece. As the sign comes in, this pitch. This is high, ball two. Peralta trying to dance around with the fastball. He has not exactly found the zone all that great today. Here's the 2-1. One on a miss, strike two. Good pitch there. As it was a changeup on the outer half.
JC, we're still at one blast here so far. 56% took the over in tonight's game.
So 2-2 now. As the pitch to Jansen. This one lined out towards right field. Rob Deer coming over. He'll make the catch as Michael Sean Kane attempts it, but decides better of himself as a decent arm out there from Rob Deer Jr. I shouldn't say decent, I should say an exceptional arm out there for Rob Deer Jr. in right field. And Sean Kane decides not to test it, and that'll bring up Bo Bichette, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Bo Bichette can do it all, basically. 24 home runs, 89. This is the to him. Misses low, ball one. Slider not finding any of the zone. 50 for Peralta.
Shame on me, Mr. Audit. I accidentally thought you were talking about Robert Downey Jr. I know far better. We're talking about the real RDJ, Rob Deer Jr.
I mean, from reports, Rob Deer Jr. is better looking than Downey. That pitch, he will offer at it, and it is in there nonetheless, as it looks like it might have caught the zone. Whoever's behind the dish tonight, expanding the zone quite a bit so far this game. So, a 1-1 count now against Bichette. Wind up in the pitch. This one, line out towards left field. Going over towards the wall, and a catch is made in left field by Robertson. So, for the first time today, no one scores in this half inning. And in the immortal words of Kamish, no more bets as we end the third inning. 3-2, Dodgers lead.
No more bets, and as we said, we'll take a super quick break here. When we come back, we'll switch the roles. Aiden staying aboard with us. Kamish back to call the innings, the middle innings. You are watching a special edition of the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. Aiden Pearson guest hosting. Stick around. We will be right back. Coming back live, it is the Tuesday night edition of the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show, special broadcast edition, as we have Aiden Pearson helping us in the eMLB broadcasters booth. Before we go back to today's action, let's look around the league for today's scores and see what's going on around the league. Playoff baseball aplenty here, as you of course know. Top of the fourth here at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, Houston leading LA 2-1. You have Seiya Suzuki and Shohei Ohtani, fellow countrymen, with home runs. Ohtani, his 48th on the year while he's pitching as well, and Suzuki hitting his 34th for the Astros. It is Cincinnati 3, St. Louis 1 here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the ninth. The Cardinals have a runner at second and one out. Edgar Barrios has hit his 50th home run this season for the Reds. Top of the eighth at Chase Field, Arizona leading Colorado 5-4. The Horn Dog, Jim Horner, has his 15th home run on the season. To your TIE Fighters, we're getting raided, and it's the PBE universe hitting us up. A hummus, welcome to you and everyone else. Special guest edition of Fluffy Kitty Ninjas and the eMLB universe tonight, as Aiden Pearson is a guest speaking with us today. He just called the first three innings. We're looking at out-of-town scoreboard before we go back to action. Los Angeles against the Giants. Playoff implications of plenty here late September. Again, Arizona leading 5-4, top of the eighth in Chase Field. The Horn Dog, Jim Horner, got his 15th win on the year. All of the games are finals. Let's see what happens. Seattle winning a thrilling barn burner of offense, 1-0 to be specific. Just 9 hits on the day between both teams. Seattle winners against Texas, 1-0. Minnesota will beat the Padres by a 5-3 score. Victor Robles got a couple home runs for the Twins, as well as Gavin Casas. Shamar Hosky hit his 38th in the loss. Brewster Gratterall improves to 8-8 on the year. Cubbies go to winning 8-4, get their 93rd win on the year. Danny Smith Jr., 40 home runs and I believe 40 stolen bases. Danny Smith Jr. hits the 40-40 club. That is pretty elite territory. Congratulations to DSJ. Stephen Randolph wins number 15th on the year, despite the polar bear Pete Alonso getting his 46th home run on the season. Kansas City winning against Chicago 4-1. Tony Bernazard got a home run in the victory. The crazy coach himself, Corbin Coe, wins number 11 on the season. Milwaukee will defeat Pittsburgh 1-0, and it's an Akil Baddoo home run. That's the difference in that game. Baddoo, his 11th, and helps Frank Klaus defeat Cody Koshin and the Pirates. Detroit will fall to the Indians 5-4, which means the Indians will creep closer to the White Sox as the Royals defeated the White Sox. Again, Cleveland wins 5-4. Joe Swellflo winning in relief. Aaron Judge, 41 home runs this year. Great season for Judge. Atlanta will defeat Washington 6-1. The woes of the world champs continues. Juan Soto did hit his 40th home run in the loss. 4 home runs for the Braves, including Austin Riley hitting his 45th. Red Sox will defeat the Athletics 6-3. Mookie Betts, Danny Diaz with home runs in that one, as the Red Sox double up on the A's 6-3. Phillies defeating the Marlins 6-5. Several home runs, 2 home runs for Red Dit. That's Sir Pug's community created player. That was in the loss, though. You had Bobby O'Brien. Bobby Orr doing it again. 17 home runs on the season for Orr. What a player. He will help the Phillies defeat the Marlins 6-5. Yankees beating the Rays 5-2. Bobby Thomas improves to 11-5 on the year. Alex Doc Luger takes the loss. He falls to 9-13. And final score on the day, the Orioles will fall to the Blue Jays 6-3. Ethan Knight takes the loss there, taking his 10th loss on the season. Dylan Cousins helping out the Jays get the win there. Colin Young earns the victory in relief. With that, let's get back to Oracle Park. I will call the action for the middle 3 innings. Aiden Pearson will be here in the background as play-by-play as well, and adding some filler. And with that, we'll get to the big train, followed by Timo Hernandez and Juan Corcoran due up in this inning. We'll start with Al Hinton. He walked in the second inning. It's a full count pitch coming from Candela. Hard shot over to first, just under the glove of Sean Kane. Hinton reads it. He's going to be chugging hard towards second. The throw is going to come in, and it's not going to be in time. It's going to be considered a double. Just enough difficulty on that play. Looked like Kane was going to get that one. I think it gave him a surprise, the hop that it took, and it ends up into right field. Hitting at second. That ended up being his 20th double on the season, 6th as a Dodger. Timo Hernandez will be your batter. Hernandez is 1 for 1. He had an RBI. First pitch from Candela is going to be lifted into left field. Chasing after that, Isaiah Thomas, but he's not going to be able to get there, as that ball just kept hooking away, especially with the wind blowing in from center.
You know, we're seeing a lot of this from Candela. A lot of his knuckle, especially hanging up in the top part of the zone. That changeup not exactly finding, and he's starting to struggle against this very hot Dodgers lineup.
Indeed. That pitch was a sinker, missing low, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Candela is going to be hit towards right field. Pretty well struck, going over to the wall, but it will get over the wall. Home run for Timo Hernandez. We mentioned he's got a 4-game hitting streak. That's now his 9th hit over that span, and it's now his 16th home run on the season. And the Dodgers continue to score every inning here. It's now 5-2.
You know, Hernandez had to get all that one with wind blowing an hour. He really got a good chunk of that ball. And second home run of the day, the number keeps creeping up for that over-under on the game.
Indeed, that sinker comes right inside, right into his wheelhouse, and he was able to golf it over the right field fence. It does not get into McCovey Cove, so you can't have a splash hit there, Giant fans. Juan Corcoran is your batter. Speaking of home runs, he hit a home run to lead off this ball game. The 1-1 pitch. Going to be 10 towards center. King's going to chase after it. He's not going to be able to get there in time, and he does what he can to make sure it doesn't get past him. That'll be another base hit. 8 hits on the day for the Dodgers as they continue to confuse Candela. Candela coming into this one was 1-1 with an 8.1 ERA against the Dodgers this season. Still don't see any activity in the bullpen at this point from either side.
Something about the guys in Dodger blue just have Candela's number. Candela is one of those guys who always looks effective, as we saw, a lower ERA, and he's pitched a lot of innings. And I think maybe what it is the young pitcher never pitched this many innings in his life. So that 200 inning plateau is starting to get to him. And we see that a lot with young pitchers, the arm fatigue just starting to settle in. And maybe that's the case here for Candela.
It might be. First pitch that goes to Jackie Robertson. Looked like it was a strike. Ump does not raise the arm, so it looks like it's a 1-0 count. Chris Paddock is starting to loosen up in the Giants bullpen. The 1-0 is swung on, just getting a bare piece on it as it's tumbling muffin behind Jansen. It's 1 ball, 1 strike count. The 1-1. Knuckleball floats away. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. The 2-1 pitch. Corcoran's going, swung on, grounded to second. Bichette has it, has no choice. He'll throw over to first. He will retire the batter for the out as Robertson's thrown out 4-3.
Corcoran off with the pitch there, saved a double play there, and it was a needed double play for the Giants and Candela. Candela can not get out of the 4th inning here, you know. Maybe evaluate, do you put him on the shelf with how many games you are ahead in the wild card? Do you put him on the shelf to potentially save him for the postseason? Or do you try to see if you can keep chugging through this game and more?
Might not be a bad idea, and you definitely got to think that they might be considering that for also Jeremy Hoxie, as well as for Jandy Ronson. First pitch to Rob Deere Jr. is going to come inside. A knuckleball floats near the legs, but doesn't get him. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to Deere. That one's another knuckler, and it misses at the knees. That one was closer. Oof. Think that could have been a strike, but we got a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. That one's a knuckler that's going to get away in this instance, and that's going to allow Corcoran to trot down to third. No chance for Jansen to get that one. Knuckleball that just completely got away. No chance for him to get that one. The 3-0 pitch. There's one down the middle. Stays with the knuckler. It's 3-1. See Zach Houston also working in the bullpen with Chris Paddock alongside him. 3-1 pitch. Weave and a miss. Was thinking of depositing that one very far away, but instead he'll miss it. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Deere Jr.
This is the biggest pitch of the night here. If Candela can get away Deere Jr. and keep this at a 3-run deficit, Giants still have a chance, but any more and it could start slipping away.
3-2. Swing hits that one straight back. He'll stay alive, though. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The 3-2. Hard struck down the line. If this one can stay fair, it could be gone. The wind is actually going to bring it in, and Thomas is going to make the catch at the line. Boy, I spoke early on that one. It had all the makings of a homer. The wind pulls it in. Corcoran's going to tag up. No problem with his speed getting in from third. It will be a productive long out, though. It is now 6-2.
Beautiful swing there on the pitch by Deere Jr., but as they say in the business, he needs to hit the weight room with the warning track power.
Nonetheless, he'll get his 43rd RBI on the year as he extends the lead. 6-2 now, 2 outs, and Darius McKenzie is your batter. McKenzie 1 for 2, struck out in his last at bat. Goes first pitch, swinging on that one deep to center field. This is going to get down, getting into the alley. McKenzie will take the corner, heads for second. He will get in, and that's going to be his second double on the night. 14 doubles now on the season for D-Mac. And with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position. Cody Bellinger is going to come to the plate. Hi, Mark. It is a simulator. It is the Out of the Park baseball engine. Out of the Park 23 to be specific. And welcome to eMLB. And if you're interested in what Out of the Park is, there's a special code you can use there. Use FluffyKitty23. You can get a 10% discount. Cody Bellinger to the plate. Bellinger tonight 0 for 1. He had a walk. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I just noticed my manager, Sean Paxlayer, says enough for Mr. Candela tonight. The hook is coming. And the night for Ethan Candela will be over. He will have his second attempt at trying to get to 20 wins this year. Unfortunately, fall through. Chris Paddock is being summoned from the bullpen. Oh, don't mind what Siri's trying to say. Somehow she activates. Chris Paddock is going to be called. Would you shush? Stupid thing keeps trying to talk. All right. Chris Paddock is being called from the bullpen. The 30-year-old from Cedar Park, Texas, excuse me. Going to make his 9th appearance on the year. He is 0-1 with a 7.36 ERA. He's thrown 14 2/3 innings of work, allowed 17 hits, 12 earned runs, 4 were by way of homer. He has walked 7, struck out 13. Paddock in his 6th season in the majors, hasn't been in the majors since 2023 prior to this season, and he is not showing any reason why he will be sticking around much longer. Former 8th round draft pick from 2015 from Cedar Park High School is ready to go. Cody Bellinger will be his opponent. He's got a lot of history. Bellinger 13 for 36 with 3 home runs against Paddock. I just realized I didn't put pitch by pitch on. My bad. 1-2 pitch going to be hit towards center field. Dan King is going to range over to his left. He will wave off. Isaiah Thomas makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Dodgers will strike for 3 runs on 4 hits this inning, one of them being the home run by Timo Hernandez into right field. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now 6-2 Dodgers. All right, bottom of the 4th we go. Dan King, Isaiah Thomas, John Carini, bottom 3rd of the order for the Giants as they try to muster some offense to stay in this one against Freddie Peralta. Dan King, your batter, he had a 1-1 pitch. He's 1 for 1 today. He put a 1-1 pitch into left field for a base hit. And another 1-1 pitch. And he'll do the same thing, but this time he puts a little more gusto on that one, and it's going to find its way to the wall. Lazily going after it is Jackson Robertson. That's going to give Dan King, the triple machine, a chance to go for it, and he does. Safe! Leadoff triple for Dan King. He had 18 triples last season. He gets his 7th on the year. And he's in scoring position at 3rd base with nobody out. Here comes Isaiah Thomas.
That was a big swing there from King. Really got into it. And with the wind blowing in, if that was blowing out or even no wind at all, that was probably out of the park. But this is a real great opportunity. The Giants need to capitalize here and start to cut into this lead. Because if you get to the end of this Dodgers bullpen, it will not be pretty.
Isaiah Thomas ready to come to the plate. First pitch he'll see. It's knee-high outside corner called strike 1. Thomas looking for a prime opportunity. He had a base hit in his first at bat to center. Danny Jansen was on second, did not score. Thomas 13-game streak of no homers or no RBI. The 0-1. That one's going to miss low and away as he stays with the slider. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to lift that to right field, but called just foul as he probably missed by about 4 feet. Put a good charge in that one to try to go opposite field as he read the changeup well on a late adjustment, but he missed just outside the white line. It's in that one. The 1-2 pitch from Peralta. Just inside. Goes off speed. It'll be a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Called strike 3. Goes with the slider. Nips the black on that one, and he will send him down. While Thomas has had the base hit earlier on, his woes on production will continue with that one. 4th strikeout now on the day for Freddie Peralta, and a big first out here, bottom of the 4th.
Thomas got to be kicking himself for the fact that he had a great opportunity there to bring in and kill his non-RBI streak. Now he goes back to the bench shrugging, and he'll look at the tape in the dugout to see what exactly went wrong.
Giancarini will come to the dish. First pitch he watches will miss low. It's a curveball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Carini struck out with the bases loaded in his first at bat. The 1-0. That one will miss away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 pitch in there. 2-1. Beautiful pitch on the inner half. Might have gotten a little bit of leeway on that one. Could have been ball 3. It's funny you bring up Sammy Sosa, high heat baseball. What do you think eMLB began its life on? It began on SSHHB. That was the original engine of eMLB. The 2-1 pitch. That one's a slider high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch. Comes inside. He's going to lose him, ball 4. Carini is pretty efficient down at the bottom. He's not going to get you a lot of power, but he will definitely work the count, and he does so there. He will get aboard. Runners at first and third now with 1 out. Aaron Nixon back to the dish. He is 1 for 1 today with an RBI. He'll watch the first pitch all the way. It's a break, off-speed pitch, no balls and a strike.
This is a big spot here for Nixon. Got to avoid the double play and get King in.
Oh, 1 is swung on and missed. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Probably went chasing on that one. The 0-2. Holds it, freezes it, doesn't get the call. Hernandez really tried to sell that one, but it's definitely a bit too far in. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Fouled off. Nixon will stay alive as he almost puts a heart attack into the trainer in the hometown dugout. One ball, 2 strikes. Dan King, your runner at third. Giancarini is over at first. The 1-2 delivery. Hits that one straight back. He'll stay alive. The 1-2 delivery. Call strike 3. Off speed pitch gets him on the outside corner, and he's going to send him packing.
Emotional damage.
Fifth strikeout on the day now for Freddie Peralta. He got a big one there. Dan King has been at third since nobody out. We've got 2 outs now. Bako Kang is your batter, 0 for 2. Goes for the first pitch, lines it into center field for a hit. 1 run will score, heading over to third. Carini, he will get in there in time. It's an RBI single for Bako Kang. Kang will get his 61st RBI on the year. He will cut into the Dodger lead. It's now 6-3.
That was a big swing there by Kong, and he really needed that, and I think that just boosts the whole confidence of this team of the Giants. And now you give it to your 2 best hitters, your 2 most powerful hitters in the middle of this lineup. The Giants have a real chance to get back in this one.
2 outs now, runners at first and third, and the last guy you want on the plate. Michael Sean Kane. I know what is he not like that? First pitch to MSK, watches a changeup right down the middle. Bet he wishes he had a do-over on that one. It's 0-1. As mentioned earlier this week, Kane got his 30th home run. That's the first time he's reached that plateau. In his first 2 full seasons, he had back-to-back 29 home run years. The 0-1. Swings at that one. That one definitely came inside. Good movement in from Peralta. Kane jammed and fouls it off. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, great block by Hernandez to make sure Carini cannot advance. One, two. Up and in, look out. That one came close to Kang. 38,000 umpires booing, but it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. The 2-2. Grounded over towards third. Easy play for Corey Seager. He will lift it over to second in time as Corcoran steps on the bag. 2 runners are left on, but the Giants will get another one. 4 innings are now in the books. We will go to the 5th. It's 6-3 Los Angeles. Top 5, Chris Paddock is out there. As we don't do Journey of the Starters, we have a reliever on. Kane whispers Rosebud. No, serial killer whispers Rosebud if he's still here. Chris Paddock is your batter. 1/3 of an inning for him so far. Charlie Dillard, Corey Seager, Al Hinton, and Kamish's Hiccups are due up here in the top of the 5th. We'll start with Dillard, 1 for 2 with an RBI. During your free time, you might recreate eMLB on SSHHB. Okay. The 2-1. Lifted towards center field, but left, coming in from left is Isaiah Thomas. Dan King didn't have a great read on it. Thomas did, though. Makes the catch in shallow center field. Good work from Thomas. 1 out.
Thomas showing his defensive capability out there, and he really shows why he's a vital part of the team.
That'll put Corey Seager into the box. Seager tonight is 0 for 2. Seager, as we mentioned, coming in 12 years with the Dodgers, 27 hits away from being on the top 10 all-time Dodger list in hits. Waits the 2-1. Well, it's going to be 26. He's going to send that towards Triples Alley, and it's going to rumble around out there. Kang gives it chase. Don't follow the graphics because it's OTP. Seager apparently just barely gets in with a 1-out double. 37th double on the year for Seager. 10th hit on the day for the Dodgers. And with one out, runner in scoring position, the big train, Al Hinton, will come to the box. Hinton tonight 1 for 1. First pitch from Paddock is a changeup that catches the outer half, strike one. The 0-1 pitch, he'll go right past the fastball, swung completely over. Good movement from Paddock. It's 0-2. The 0-2 towards left field. Thomas going back, still going back near the wall, comes in a couple steps. He will make the catch. Tagging up and heading for third is Corey Seager. Don't make the last out at third, Corey. He'll get in there safely, though. 2 outs. Timo Hernandez, who had some firepower earlier, is 2 for 2 tonight. He has a double and a 2-run homer. First pitch. Looks like that'll be at the letters. Apparently not. What do I know? It's should be, but it's not.
You know,
There's
according to some
something
reports that I'm
spoiled
just recently
here.
getting, there's a little bit of an uproar amongst major league players asking for the removal of Angel Hernandez from nationally televised games. More story at 11.
The 1-0 pitch. Line into center field, and Timo Hernandez continues to be torrid. Third hit on the night, 4th RBI as he will drive in Seager. 55 RBIs on the year, and the Dodgers will take a 7-3 lead.
And not to put it out there, but everyone get your bicycles ready for Mr. Hernandez.
Yeah, wasn't he a triple?
A triple shot.
Yeah, that 3 speed and 5 steal rating should give him a good chance to get it. Juan Corcoran is your batter. 4th time tonight for Corcoran. 2 for 3 with a home run. He led off this game with his 20th on the year. First pitch, he will watch, miss inside, ball 1. I think someone did steal the box score or keeper's zeros. We only found 1 so far to use. So they're just using 1s by mistake. Good call. 1-0 pitch. Lined up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Chris, what do you want to do here? Do you want to single Timo Hernandez to round second base and try for third? Ball is shallow. Hernandez is a bad runner. Dan King has a great arm. I think I know the answer. And it's not just N-O. It's N-O. No! He'll take the wide corner, but head back. We'll have 2 on and 2 outs. Here comes the peanut gallery giving their opinions out there. Send them! Hernandez stops at second. Corcoran with his 3rd hit on the day. The bookends are doing a wonderful job in this one. And with 2 outs, Jackson Robertson has a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. Oh, hold on. I just saw we've got a pitching change. Paddock's day will be done. Zach Houston will be summoned from the bullpen. That is the 3rd pitcher for the night for the Giants. Paddock making his, Zach Houston, 31-year-old from Poplarville, Mississippi, will make his 55th appearance on the year. He's 1-3 with a 2.8 ERA, 54 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 40 hits, 17 earned runs. He's allowed 5 home runs this season while walking 24 and striking out 65. 3-pitch pitcher, he'll throw the fastball, works a curveball, and a changeup. Changeup might be the best pitch he has to offer. He'll throw mid-90s when he throws the heat. 5th season in the majors, spent first 4 seasons in Detroit, did not make the majors last year. Now here with San Francisco, former 11th round draft pick by the Detroit Tigers back in 2016 from Mississippi State. Houston's ready to go. Robertson is ready to face him. Again, 2 on, 2 outs. And the first pitch looks like it's an off-speed pitch, and maybe, yes, it's curveball in there, strike one. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 swings right through the fastball, challenges him, and wins it. That one, no balls and 2 strikes to Robertson. The 0-2 swings and fouls that one off. He will stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 in the dirt. Great block behind the dish by Danny Jansen. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. High, apparently. Didn't miss by much, but it's apparently just above the letters. Didn't get the call. It's 2 ball, 2 strike count. Two. Fouls that one straight back. We'll do it again. The 2-2 one more time. It's grounded back to the mound. Houston has it. He will throw over to first, and that will retire this side. 1 run for the Dodgers on 3 hits, but they leave a couple runners aboard. We are halfway through this ball game. Wow, that's it? Jeez, this one's taken a long time, but it's been fun still. Bottom of the 5th we go. It's San Fran trailing the Dodgers 7-3. All right, friendly reminder, GMs who are managing tonight, when you are batting, please let me know what your intentions are for your next inning in regards to pitchers so that we can, A, tell the story of who's warming up and make sure we are as fluid as possible. Thank you. Freddie Peralta, weekend do journey of the starters for Freddie. Again, brought to you tonight by my choice of drink. That was Sam Adams Winter Lager. For Freddie Peralta, 4 innings of work. Hasn't been the greatest. 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 was a homer. He's walked 2 and struck out 5. 82 pitches into his outing so far. And as he gets ready for this 5th inning, we see Wyatt Short and Steve Pickard, a left-hander and a right-hander, warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. All right, Matty Toke, Danny Jansen, Bo Bichette will be our guys to start off here for the Giants. We'll start with Toke, who's 0 for 2 tonight. The 1-2 with the shift on. Swing and a miss, blows it right by him. Curveball, just absolutely bends him, makes him buckle. Could not get a good swing on it. That's the 6th strikeout on the day for Freddie Peralta. Now 209 strikeouts this season. Danny Jansen will be your batter. Jansen tonight is 1 for 2. Oh, wait. Pinch hitter coming in, and it will be Joey Bart. Joey Bart will come in for Jansen, who has logged in a little bit of extra work here of late, so they'll give him a breather. Joey Bart, the 29-year-old from Buford, Georgia. It's been a tough year for him. 202 average on the year, 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in for the now 29-year-old. 7 seasons in the majors for Bart.
And you got to think, due to the woes of Bart, that's the reason we've seen more of Jansen for the Giants. And Jansen is showing, including today, why he was given that opportunity.
And when you factor in that they also have a 3rd catcher right now with the expanded roster in Hayden Dunhurst, and Dunhurst is barely hitting over 100, that probably furthers that cause. The 3-2 to Bart. Called strike 3 on the inner half, and he just caught him looking. 7 strikeouts on the day. It's been a bit, but it's Godzilla mode. Most likely guy to get it. Freddie Peralta does exactly as expected. Godzilla mode in effect. 7 strikeouts on the day for him. Now 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, Bo Bichette. We'll try not to be a blemish on that record. He's 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch to Bichette. He will fist it towards right center field. Not very deep. Rob Dare Jr. is going to come in and make the catch in front of Charlie Dillard. And that will retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Peralta. Is that the first one all day? I think it is. 5 innings are in the books. To the 6th, we will go. It's Dodgers 7, Giants 3.
The scorecard says yes.
Yes, it is. That's what I thought. Joey Bart's going to stay in, so that is your one defensive change. Joey Bart now in for Danny Jansen. Jansen's night done. Bart in to catch. Zach Houston is still in to pitch this inning. Aiden, just as a heads up to you, I am not looking to take a break unless you need it. Just FYI when we get to the 7th.
I'm good to go.
All right, so we will plan to keep on moving. So with that, let's start the 6th inning. Zach Houston back to the hill. He's got the heart of the order. We'll start off with the baby buck, Rob Deere Jr., 0 for 2 tonight with that very long sac fly down the left field line. The 1-2 from Houston. Well struck to left field. Thomas going back. I think there's no doubt this one is about 10 rows back. It is gone. The baby buck, Rob Deere Jr. Deere showing that power. Nothing runs like a deer, they say. 18 home runs on the year for the rookie. What an impressive start to his career. That's the 3rd home run on the day. Well, we'll see if it's a sucker's bet or not yet, but it's now 8-3 Dodgers.
Absolutely got all of that one. He shows why he was the number 15 overall draft pick.
Darius McKenzie will come to the dish. McKenzie, 2 for 3. A 2-2 pitch. Shot up the middle. That's going to get by Bichette for the base hit. Tried to stay inside with him on the off-speed pitch, and he just muscles it just past Bichette into center for a base hit. Now 14 hits on the day for the Dodgers. Rob Deere Jr. would be a fitting face of the franchise for the Stags. Just saying. Cody Bellinger will be your batter. Bellinger tonight 0 for 2. First pitch. That one's going to miss low, ball 1. I don't know, Chris. Starting to feel that this team just has that this is just Toronto 2.0 vibes for me. It's just like I'm just having PTSD from so many Toronto Blue Jays teams in 1.0. The 1-0 swings right through that one. It was a good movement away. It's a ball and a strike. Shift is on against Bellinger here. Aaron Nixon playing just to the second base side of the bag. Outfield is also playing the pull against Bellinger. The 1-1. Big swing. He looked way awkward on that one. Nowhere near on that one. Ball and 2 strikes. Need more consistency, but you like what you got. I would too. They're all young. You got a good mix of old, and you've got some vets, and you've got your youth. You've got your core to build on. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Fools him with the pitch on the inner half, and he goes down.
Fatality.
That is the first strikeout on the day for Zach Houston. First out here in the top of the 6th. The Dill Bomber, Charlie Dillard, is your batter. Just think, how many home runs would Rob Deere Jr. have? Is this a more potent 4? I think this is the most potent 4 powerhouse, even over the Mariner Mafia. Because the Mafia is mostly Kelly, Serrano, Pepe Clark, Real Muto. I think these are 4 more scarier batters here at this point.
I'd have to tend to agree with you, even though not in the same division or even on the same coast. I mean, I'm scared of. I'd be scared of them to face them.
Indeed. Meanwhile, first pitch to Dillard fouled off. Got challenged up in the zone. He hit it straight back. It's 0-1. Deer is worshipped in this house. Yes. That one's at the knees. He's quickly behind 0-2. Just think, one day, Mr. Otta, in that house, it'll be deer and beers. Beers and deer that'll be worshipped in that house. And if the latter isn't already worshipped in the house, then I'm sad. The 0-2. Curve. Oh, change up, excuse me, but that miss is just low. He'll stay alive. Ball and 2 strikes.
Question that I just got asked in actually a Discord DM. Do you think that this Dodgers lineup is the most complete lineup in the eMLB?
Well, if Timo Hernandez and Juan Corcoran keep hitting at the bookends the way that they have this game, then the answer is absolutely yes. Is it venison only when it's cooked? 1-2. That's a good one. That's a good one, EBC. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cash that up. I'd like you to become our Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, except we'll have Deep Thoughts by EVC in chat. The 2-2 floats a curveball that does not come down. It's too high. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The full count pitch. Misses away. Houston's gonna lose him. D-Mac's gonna head down to first. Dillard will get aboard by the base on balls. First one by Houston today. Seeing no activity in the bullpen for the Giants at this moment. Corey Seager is the next batter in. Seager, 1 for 3.
Hey, EVC, I'm going to need just one deep thought by EVC for every Here's Why You're Wrong episode that we can just put randomly in the middle.
That'd be great. That would be good. Might owe him some royalties, though, at some point. First pitch is going to be inside. Ball 1. Lols. The 1-0. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. I feel like is it just Bellinger who does not have a hit tonight, or is it Bellinger and Dillard?
It is
Without looking at the box score real quick.
just Bellinger.
Just Bellinger. The 2-0. That's going to miss away. He's quickly behind. 3 balls and no strike. The big train, Al Hinton, waiting on deck. When you've got Al Hinton with 30 home runs hitting 8th, that's a potent lineup.
Dillard had a single back in the 3rd.
Yeah. See Chad Hawken and Wyatt Mills now starting to loosen up for the Giants. The 3-0 pitch is swung on just past the dive of Aaron Nixon and into center for a hit. That was a laser. Having to play it safe and stop at third was D-Mac, as he wasn't sure if that was caught. He was caught taking 2 steps back towards second before he realized that was on its way to third, so they play it safe. We're going to load the bases here, and the big train might be trying to go chugga choo choo right here. 1 out. Hinton tonight 1 for 2. This season 2 for 10 with 5 RBI. Oh dear, these jokes.
Some may say the Giants are milling about in the bullpen right.
That was both for Aiden and for Bella, because both of those were pretty good. First pitch to Hinton. Ooh, that was up high, belt high, but he lets it by. It's 0-1. Okay, I'm a poet. I didn't know it. Sorry, Sean, I just noticed that. Do you want me to bring him in? Or do you want me to go through this out? Okay, done and done. I apologize. I don't know what that message meant. Go with it. Just use the name of the pitcher you want me to go with. Okay, thank you. All right. We'll continue. No balls and one strike. The 0-1. Lifted into left field, but that one is going to pull and go foul. Wind aided a little bit, but he put a lot of gusto on that one. Darius McKenzie is your runner at third. Charlie Dillard is at second. Corey Seager is at first. The 0-2 swings and fouls that one off. Will stay alive 0-2. The 0-2 delivery swung on into right field, and that's going to get by for a hit. One run is going to score. Two runs will score. Will a third try to score? They will, and the play is not in time. He's safe. It is a bases loaded clearing double for the big train, Al Hinton. And it's 11-3 now, Dodgers. Hinton will get RBI 72, 73, and 74 on that play. And with him at second now, Timo Hernandez, who has not been out tonight. He's 3 for 3 with a homer, 4 RBI. Now we're going to bring in Chad Hawken. All right, Chad Hawken comes in. He is making his 31st appearance on the year. He's 7-0 with a 1.35 ERA, 46 2/3 innings of work this season, giving up 24 hits, 7 earned runs. 3 of those were by homer. He's walked just 12, struck out 45 to this point. Just the sinker-slider combination is what he features. He'll throw mid-90s for the 31-year-old from Upland, California. Hawken, again, last pitched in the majors back in 2022, prior to making the squad this year. Former 6th-round draft pick, 2016, from Cal State Fullerton by the Chicago Cubs. While Hawken is warming up, we have one change. Bo Bichette is being replaced. Bryson Stott is coming in. So Stott in for Bichette over at second.
I got a question why exactly you do that move. I think, Bichette has not necessarily had a bad day per se. 3 flyouts, but all of them well struck. It strikes me as both of them similar defensively. It just strikes me as kind of odd.
Could also be along the lines of what we were talking about earlier, where at least from a wild card perspective, they are in a pretty good spot. First pitch from Hawken is going to miss, or swung on and hit foul. It's 0-1. To finish on that thought, it might be in that realm of this game may be a bit out of hand, so try to take a little bit of rest moments where you can. 0-1 delivery. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Joey Bart. It's a 1-1 count. Just as a reminder, and let's do this only at the end of the half inning. If both of the GMs, if they, not to deem it a blowout, but if they want to speed the game up, if the game is not too, competitive, just decide together if you agree to one pitch mode. We'll give you that option. 1-1 delivery. There's one inside. Called strike 2. Nice pitch on the inner half. The 1-2. swings and fouls that one off. We'll stay alive at 1-2. Fine with you? Okay. Chris said in private he's fine with one pitch. So we'll finish this at bat and then we'll convert to one pitch, at least for now. If we get back ever within 5 runs, then we'll change back to normal. The 1-2. It's going to pop it up on the left side. Calling over for it. Both Carini and Nixon. Nixon will make the catch. That is 2 outs now. That's the first time Timo Hernandez is sent down this evening. Juan Corcoran, 3 for 4 this evening with a home run to lead off this game. That's right. I didn't turn on the 1-pitch mode. Let's do that now. All right. It's a 1-2 pitch. He's going to lift it towards left center field where Dan King is going to have to move over. He'll have plenty of time to get there. Makes the can of corn catch, and that will retire this side. The Dodgers spring for 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 off the bat of the big train as he puts one in down the line in right field for a 3-run double. We'll go bottom of the 6th. Dodgers 11, Giants 3. All right, bottom of the 6th. Steve Pickard is going to come in. Freddie Peralta's day is done. Pretty good chance for him to win his 13th on the year as he goes 93 pitches in 5 innings. So Steve Pickard is going to come in. Meanwhile, Timo Hernandez's day is done. Antonio Gomez will come in as the fellow battery mate for Pickard. There's Pickard. All right, Pickard, 47th appearance on the year for the right-hander. 3-1 with a 4.82 ERA. Thrown 84 innings of work. He's given up 93 hits, 45 earned runs. He's allowed 8 home runs this year. He's walked 35 and struck out 58 on the season. Throws low mid-90s, works a cutter, a changeup, does have a curveball, but does not use it very often. Bit of a ground ball specialist for the rookie, former 2nd round selection by the Detroit Tigers for University of South Carolina back in 2022. Pickard's ready to go. He's got the bottom third of the order. Dan King, Isaiah Thomas, Jean Carini. For those keeping track, we only have 3 home runs so far. You need 1 more home run on the day in order for the overs to be the winners. King ready to go, 2 for 2. The first pitch looks like it'll be swung on. It will be grounded over to short. Quick play for McKenzie to his right. He'll have to hurry, but he gets with about a step and a half. He'll retire King for the first out. 1 out now. Isaiah Thomas is your batter. Thomas today is 1 for 2. A 1-0 pitch. He's going to lift that to left field. That one's going to drop. The wind definitely blew that one down. And Isaiah Thomas is going to get his 2nd hit on the day. He might still not have home runs or RBI here in his last 13 plus. Now 56 at-bats. He's now gone without either of those 2. But he's got 2 hits today. He's at first, 1 out. Pitch-by-pitch mode is staying off for the time being, per the GMs. And Jean Carini is your batter. Carini tonight 0 for 1. He walked in his last at-bat. First pitch he sees, grounded to first, over to second for 1, but that is all they will get. The quick throw to second was all they'd be able to do. McKenzie doesn't take the chance. Carini gets in to first on the fielder's choice. We've got 2 outs now. Back to the top of the order. Aaron Nixon, 1 for 2 with an RBI. The 1-2. Inside, snap throw over to first. Carini is going to get back in. They almost had him. Quick snap throw from Antonio Gomez, but Guarini gets back safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. They will get him. Steve Pickard will get him out. He'll leave a runner aboard. 6 innings are now in the books. We'll now go over to the 7th inning. And with the start of the 7th, I'll hand it back over to Aiden Pearson.
Thank you so much, Commish. 8 hitters sent to the plate for the Dodgers. They'll send Jackson Robertson out to the dish. Robertson, so far on the day, just 1 for 4, but does have a single as well as a run scored. Hawken back on the hill.
Actually, I apologize. Sorry, Aiden. We're going to have some changes. Let me get that done for you. Chad Hawken is going to be replaced. Sean Zhell is going to be coming in to pitch. Steve Myers. We're having a massive amount of change here. Steve Myers is being sent to first base in place of Michael Sean Kane. Fly Freddie Wilson will come in at right field in place of Bako Kang. And JJ Vergara will come into center field for Dan King. So, defensive replacements for all who are keeping track at home. Steve Myers is in at first base. Michael Sean Kane's day is done. Fred Wilson is into right field in place of Bako Kang. And J.J. Vergara. I'll show you khakis. Oh, wait. I don't have my khakis on right now. All right? I don't have my khakis on right now. And J.J. Vergara is in center field for Dan King. Just joining us from Crazy Coach's Stream. Welcome, gang.
Honored if you would join us.
Welcome here. Congrats to Coach, who won his 11th game on the year tonight as he helped his hometown Royals win tonight. Did you ever pack it at Fenway? No, I don't pack at Fenway. I don't pack the car and have it yet. And you can't find my khakis. Indeed. All right. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're just starting top of the 7th. It is Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. We have a special guest announcer today. I know you can't see me right this moment. We have a special guest announcer today. Aiden Pearson's going to be calling the 7th inning. We got a new pitcher on the hill. It's Sean Zhell. Zhell, the 29-year-old from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, makes his 60th appearance on the year. 4-4 with a 3.05 ERA, 112 innings of work. He's given up 98 hits, 38 earned runs, has allowed 8 home runs this year, walked 37, struck out 85. Zhell throws low 90s with the fastball, the changeup, the cutter, and the knuckle curve. Now, let's get it back over to Aiden Pearson.
Thank you so much. So, changes aplenty for the Giants, as Jackson Robertson will now dig in on the day with a single and a run scored. Here's the pitch. This one lined out towards left field, going back on it. Out there, makes a leap, but it's gone. A home run for Jackson Robertson, and that gives the Dodgers
get up there and
8-12.
wham! A homer! Wham! Another homer! Wham! 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 What?
He got all of that one as it goes over the head of Thomas in left field.
Just the second home run on the season for Jackson Robertson. And we're confirming 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 home runs have been hit. Congratulations to any of you who did the prediction to start the night off, and you took the over on the 3.5. You have just won, and that's one less thing for me to remember before the night's done. All right, back to Aiden.
Rob Deere Jr., the young buck, now digging in, or the baby buck, I should say. 1 for 4 on the day with a homer. As here's the pitch. The 1-0. This one lined out towards center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder Vergara. And he'll make the play for the first out. So with 1 out, that brings up Darius D-Mac McKenzie. Pair of doubles on the day, as well as a single, 3 for 4, continuing an absolute tear of the National League. The 0-1 pitch. D-Mac swings in this one, lifts it out towards left field. Coming in on it is Thomas, and with plenty of room, he makes the catch for the second out. Cody Bellinger, the only man in the Dodgers lineup without a base hit, as he digs in here. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the windup and the pitch. This one grounded towards second. Over there is Stott. He'll make the play, and Bellinger remains hitless. 4-3 put out there, as it's now time to stretch. Tim Lowry, take it away.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you, but you were born to rub me first.
7th inning stretch here on the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. Special guest edition as we have guest announcer Aiden Pearson helping us out tonight. And he's watching a bit of a bomb fest here as the Dodgers have hit for 4 home runs today. It's a 12-3 lead. We will turn it back to Aiden Pearson for call here in the bottom of the 7th.
Thank you so much, Kamish. Bottom of the 7th now. As due up for Los Gigantes is Wilson, Myers, and Toke. Fred Wilson comes into today. So far on the season, just 65 at-bats at 11 RBIs. So far for his career, he is a 291 hitter across his career. So Pickard will stay on the mound. The 1-2 pitch. This one lined out towards center field. Coming across and making the catch in center field is Dillard for out number 1. So with 1 out now, that brings in the current first baseman, Steve Myers. Myers just 9 or on the year, I should say. 2 hits, a 222 hitter. Just 45 at-bats across his major league career. Just a measly 178 on the year. But he is 2 for 4 this September. Here's the 0-1. This one lined towards the first base side, but making a play over there at first base is Hinton. And that'll be out number 2. So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Matt Toke, the DH. Toke, 228 on the season so far today, 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. As Pickard has his 1-2. Strike 3 looking, gets him down with a 1 on the outside, a 1-2-3 inning for just second time in today's ball game. We head to the 8th inning. Kamish, take it away.
Thank you again, Aiden. We go top of the 8th. Sneak in a small snack when I could, but the inning went quick for once. Top of the 8th, we got Charlie Dillard, Corey Seager, Al Hinton scheduled up. Sean Gell is going to get a little more work in here. Dillard, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Yes, I was caught snaking. 1-0 pitch towards center field. Coming in, J.J. Vergara. He will be there to make the catch for the first out. Corey Seager will come to the box now. Seager tonight, 2 for 4. The 3-1. Grounded towards short. Aaron Nixon is over there. He'll throw to first in time for the second out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 8th. Al Hinton, the big train, had one of the bigger hits here of recent. He had a bases clearing double for 3 RBI. 2 for 3 tonight. Full count pitch. Gonna miss just outside. Ball 4 as Hinton will take the walk. Hinton gets the first walk on the day issued by Sean Gell. And with 2 outs, now runner at first, Antonio Gomez is going to get his first at-bat on the day. Gomez, the 24-year-old from Caracas, Venezuela, is hitting 192 this season. Got 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. He was part of the deal that came aboard with Al Hinton. He was sent to New York, to LA in exchange for Javier Felix, Louis Patino, Rod Metzler, and Hazael Quijada.
And Kamish, if I may hop in here, as a broadcaster, I am quite disappointed with the removal of Hernandez from this game, simply for the fact he was a triple away from the cycle, even though he is very unlikely to get one.
Maybe Gomez will get the cycle and we'll just call it a catcher's cycle. We'll see.
I like that.
The 1-1. Gonna line that into left field. He will get a base hit. Good range over there in left from Thomas. But it's still going to be Gomez who'll pull in with a double. He definitely is a speedy catcher compared to Hernandez. Second double on the air for Gomez, both in a Dodger blue. And with runners at second and third, now 2 outs. Juan Corcoran getting another attempt. He is 3 for 5 today. First pitch seen lifted to right, and it's... Didn't that look like a foul ball? And now Angel Hernandez is at first, apparently, because that looked foul. But the game say, no, it's fair. Oh, dear Lord. Juan Corcoran just got 2 RBI, but all of us are kind of like, what? What? We're like...
Can we go to New York? Is that an option?
Unfortunately, it's not, but we're all like, excuse me. I was like, why are we watching a foul ball? Yeah, ruh-roh, Raggy. All right, Jackson Robertson will be your batter now. Robertson, 2 for 5. Juan Corcoran now with 4 hits today. Go home, OTP. You're drunk. Lined into left. There's going to be another hit. Robertson hits a home run. He's feeling it. He's like ready to take on Godzilla. 2 on now. 20 hits on the day for the Dodgers. Don't you guys wish I would have also played the over on the hits? The over-under? Wyatt Mills is starting to loosen up in the pen. Sean Shell might just be flat out of gas. He's got the baby buck. Rob Dare Jr. 1 for 4 with 2 RBI coming up. The 1-0. This one's going to bounce around and get away, but good work by Bart to keep it in front. Oh, the mothership is landing. You better get to your TIE fighters because the Death Star has just entered the building. Hello. Welcome to all of you from the Out of the Park Developments channel. Thank you, OTP, for coming on over. It is the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show, home of the eMLB universe. And you are watching special guest coverage here tonight. Fellow guest announcer Aiden Pearson is in chat with me. Aiden, one of our 30 GMs, but also a real-life broadcaster who's called a few games in his time. We've got Juan Corcoran at second, Jackson Robertson in a first. It's turned into a laugher as the Los Angeles, whatever the freaking football team is there at this time, is leading by with 2 touchdowns. The Giants have just kicked a field goal. It's 14-3. 2-0 count to Deer. It's now 3-0, and it ends up being ball 4. Yes, we've also gone to 1-pitch mode due to how crazy this game's got. Bases loaded. Darius McKenzie, you want to give D-Mac a chance to get his 3rd Grand Slam this season? 3 for 5 so far in this game. But it won't be against Sean Zhell. I didn't think so. You could just see Zhell was completely out of gas. Wyatt Mills will be your pitcher now. I think we've used the whole pen, haven't we?
Zhell needs to go to a Shell station to get a refill.
Apparently, I agree with you. 51st appearance on the year for Wyatt Mills. 2-0 record with a 4.18 ERA. Couple saves to his credit as well. 47 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 46 hits, 22 earned runs. He's allowed 5 home runs. He's walked 19 and struck out 42. Throws mid-90s with the sinker, works a slider in there as well. 5 seasons in the majors for Mills, all with the Giants. He's a former third-round draft pick by the Mariners from Gonzaga. All right, Mills is ready to go. He's got an 0 for 3 record against McKenzie, so that's a good thing, maybe. Here it comes. First pitch gonna be lifted to right field, and the Dodger train continues to go. 1 run will score. Deere heads to second. Robertson will slide. He is safe. 2-run single for Darius McKenzie. Well, unfortunately, it's turning into a laugher at 16-3. D-Mac with 2 RBI, now 118 for a perennial MVP candidate. 16-3 now. Cody Bellinger just being given every chance to be the last guy to get in on the fun. He's 0 for 4 today. A 3-1 pitch. He'll lift it to center field. J.J. Vergara coming in. Isaiah Thomas had a great read on it. He makes the catch in shallow center, and it will retire the side. Third crooked number of the day for the Dodgers. They have scored in 8 consecutive innings, and for the second time, they put a 4 spot up, 4 runs on 4 hits. Bottom of the 8th we go. It is 16-3. Just double checking. I don't see anything, so I assume Steve Pickard is still going only on 20 pitches. So with that, Joey Bart, Bryson Stott, J.J. Vergara scheduled up here for the Giants against Steve Pickard. He says yes. All right, so Bart 0 for 1 today. Let's go. 1-0 count. Gonna lift it to right field. Rob Deere's gonna come in. He will make the catch. 1 out. No one called 16 runs on the bet. I think Cody, as usual, was our highest at 11. Bryson Stott will be the batter. I know. Sean Paxley's like, let it end. You see what I warned you guys about, Sean? You let Chris in, he gonna whoop us. He gonna come and whoop us. He's already there. We're getting whooped. Bryson Stott getting his first at bat tonight. He's hitting .210 on the year with 2 home runs and 11 RBI for the 28-year-old from Las Vegas. We want you to know that no pitchers were harmed in the making of this broadcast. Are you sure about that?
Emotional damage.
Didn't Candela start this game? I forget. Yes. No, I think that was actually a game done during the Carter administration. All right. At this point, subs need to come in. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go. 1-1 count to Stott. Grounded right to second where Juan Corcoran is waiting. He will throw it over to Hinton, and that is your second out. Candela never wants to remember this. You want to win our 20th against us? Ha! 21 hits. Yikes. J.J. Vergara, next man up. Vergara getting his first at-bat tonight in the mass change. Vergara, the 23-year-old from Pasadena, Texas, just a 143 average this year with a homer and 3 runs batted in. It's his rookie season. Former 5th-round draft pick by the Giants in 2024, drafted out of Rice University. The 0-1 pitch. He'll hit it hard to short. Great play over there at short, and then he boots it. McKenzie with the sprawling save. He makes the rifle to first. It gets past Hinton. Oopsie, E6. Go! 11th error on the season for D-Mac. Rated R for violence. Yes, this is violent. Vergara will get aboard at second as he reaches on the error. First error from either side today. That'll give Isaiah Thomas an opportunity to end this woeful streak. It is September 15th in game. He has not had an RBI since August 29th. He's got 23 home runs this year, so that shows you his potential and how big of a streak this is. Yes, here's the jinx. The 1-2. And pops it up. Swing and a pop-up. Hilton gonna get under it. He will make the catch. That will retire this side. G-Man will leave a runner on, but that is it. To the ninth we go. We'll turn it back over to our guest announcer, who we've really appreciated having here tonight, Aiden Pearson. Take us home for the ninth.
I appreciate it, Commish. Dillard, Seager, and Hinton due up for the Los Angeles Rams against the Dodgers versus Giants.
Good call. Good call.
As Wyatt is still milling out there on the hill, he faces Dillard. The pitch. It'll be a 2-2. That one. He does the little teleportation. Everyone get your UFOs out of the way. 1-3 that put out. And that'll bring up Corey
everyone
Seager.
is Neo in the Matrix when they're on the mound. No one's listening anyway.
2 for 5, Corey Seager on the day. He digs in 21 homers on the season.
1-2.
As Mills 1-2 goes down looking. First strikeout for Mills, third one of the day for Seager. And with 2 down now, Hinton will come up as the Giants look for their first 1-2-3 inning of the day. Too little, too late though. Hinton so far on the day, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. As the pitch for Mills. First pitch, swinging. Hinton lines that one out towards center field. Coming over for it in time is Vergara, and that's the third out. 1-2-3 for the first time and only time today go down the Dodgers.
They didn't score any runs? What the heck's going on here?
What a day. What a job by Wyatt Mills. He is your San Francisco Giants player of the game with the way he pitched today. And now it'll be the 9-1-2 for the Giants.
Steve Pickard's going to get the save the hard way here. He's going for 4 innings here. This will be his first career save if he does this.
4 inning save for Pickard as he'll face Karen Gee. As here's the pitch. 1-1. This one drilled out towards left center field. Coming over for it is Dillard, and it'll go up against the wall, sliding into second base, and it's a double. So,
Dillard didn't give that the best read. He's normally got good wheels out there, but I don't know if the wind threw him off or if he thought the wind would blow it in further, but it got over his head. Carini is going to get in there with the double. It's his 28th on the season.
I wonder if he was just lollygagging around, knowing if that run scores, it's not really the end of the day.
Well, 16-3, it's easy for these guys' minds to wander, but we've still got 3 outs to get done here. Aaron Nixon.
Dillard more worried about the hot dog after the game and the ball in the air, so that'll bring up Nixon. Runner on second. First pitch swinging for Nixon. He'll ground that one over to short. Throwing to first in time. 6-3 goes that put out. 1 down. Runner on third now for Wilson. Wilson 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Pickard still on the hill looking for the save the hard way. Here's the 3-2. This one flied out towards center field. Ranging over is Dillard. He will make the catch. Throw in as a run does come across. So SF at 8 in your scorebook.
Yep. Jean Carini scores. Fred Wilson will get his 12th RBI on the hit towards center field. Dillard better securing that one.
So now that'll bring in Steve Myers. Myers over 1 on the day. As here we go, the 1-2. That one grounded over to short. McKenzie throws on to first in time to end the game. 16-4 your final score as Darius McKenzie does the putout. Win is going to head and going to Freddie Peralta. Lost to Ethan Candela and a long 4-inning save by Steve Pickard to end this 16-4 rout. Dodgers win their 9th straight and they continue to try and force themselves into a wild card spot and continue to try and make a push towards October baseball.
Thanks again to Aiden Pearson on helping us out here today. We wanted to try something. He said he was going to be available, and it worked out. So we hope you enjoyed this special coverage as we now start to look at the box score, give you some final thoughts. We'll check the final scores elsewhere, and then we will get you guys out of here. So, what can you say? It's one of those days where you just look at the Dodgers and say, all right, who didn't do their job? I think it's safe to say Cody Bellinger is probably the bum of the day. No surprise there. Art imitating real life. Glad you could do it, Chris. We know you don't get to do it often, so we're glad you got to be here. But let's see. How many extra base hits did we have on the day? Darius McKenzie had 2 doubles. Timo Hernandez had 1 double. 2 doubles for Al Hinton. Corey Seager with a double. Antonio Gomez had a double. Then you had 4 home runs from the Dodger Blue. Again, they were the number 1 team in the National League with 243 home runs entering this one. Add 4 more. Juan Corcoran led it off with his 20th. Timo Hernandez his 16th. Rob Deere Jr. got his 18th. And then Jackie Robertson, of all players, the guy probably least likely to hit a home run on that roster, got his 2nd on the season off of Sean Gell. So, Juan Corcoran, 4 hits, 3 RBI on the day, scored 3 times. 3 guys scored 3 times. Jackie Robertson, Juan Corcoran, and Al Hinton. You had Robertson 3 for 6 with the home run. Rob Deere Jr. 1 for 4, the home run, 2 RBI. Darius McKenzie 4 for 6 and 2 RBI. 2 for 6 for Corey Seager. 2 for 4 for Al Hinton, 3 runs scored, 3 RBI. And then Timo Hernandez, 3 for 4. He had the double, he had the RBI, the home run, he had the single, 4 RBIs on the day, pulled before he could try for a triple. But Antonio Gomez got a double for him in place. 21 hits today with 5 walks, 4 Dodger hittings. Over for the Giants, just Dan King and Isaiah Thomas, each with multiple hit days, 2 for 4. Kamish can use Aiden during the playoffs to save the Pipes. Might. Hey, if he can, if he wants, then it's very possible. So, 9 hits on the day for the Giants. So on most days, this isn't a bad day. And it's a day that could potentially win. Not against the Dodger buzzsaw that they've dealt with today. What's your thoughts on the hitting front? What was your takeaway from today's game on this one, Aiden?
I think what it was is that, Brennan and I talked about it on the latest episode of Here. You haven't checked out. But this Dodgers lineup, when they're hot, they're unstoppable. And right now they're hot. This Dodger lineup, 1 through 9, might be the most complete lineup we see in eMLB. And the fact of the matter is when you got a guy like Freddie Peralta on the hill who gives you 5 solid innings on the hill, then you can trust your bullpen and you can trust your lineup. This team, if they get into October baseball or September baseball, October baseball, they're going to be a scary team to face if they're hot and when they get into the postseason.
Indeed. First off, I want to make sure I say, Jeff, you're not a geek, even though your name says it, because you hit the follow button here. Thank you for joining the Fluffy Kitty Ninja show. Anju will cash in some of his balls of yarn. Congratulations, sir. And let's see. That was it there. So let's now look at the pitchers on the day. Freddie Peralta was only good enough for 5 innings. He threw 93 pitches over that time. He gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2, struck out 7. He did go Godzilla mode before he called it a day. Steve Pickard working the hard way. 4 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run. He walked nobody and struck out 2. He gets his first career save in eMLB as he goes 4. Well, thank you, Sean Paxlier, for the nice welcome. Thank you for welcoming Jeff is a Geek. And Jeff, you just got a gifted sub, which means you've been invited to create a player that we can tell this story. Ethan Candela as an example. Let's see. We have Rob Deere Jr., who hit a home run tonight as an example. Jean Carini as an example. Those are many of the community-created players that you can create, so we can have you be drafted in an upcoming draft and be able to tell your story that we enjoy doing here. We did it in a new format tonight. We had fun with it. For Ethan Candela, his second attempt to try to get 20 wins on the season fell through. 3 2/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, couple home runs, 4 strikeouts on the day. The knuckleball did not fare well, even with the wind blowing in at Oracle Park. So he leaves after 3 2/3. Chris Paddock goes an inning. Zach Houston allows 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning. But Sean Shell going worse, giving up 5 runs in an inning and 2/3. Tough day to be a Giants pitcher in this one, as they just got hit hard. Any thoughts on the pitching side, Aiden?
You know what? I think that at the end of the day, this loss isn't on Candela as much as some people may think. I think, his knuckleball just wasn't finding it, but we also saw multiple pitches on both sides that neither pitcher was getting called. And I think if a few calls went Candela's way, there would have been a conversation to be had. I think, at the end of the day, the Giants need to take a look at their bullpen, maybe take a look at their minors and see what they can do. Or maybe you just got to figure out what guys you can use in high leverage. Or maybe it's just you need some rest because all your guys in your bullpen are taxed right now. So maybe it's just the rest. But right now, if I'm the Giants, I'm not liking what's happening towards the end of this season. And you still need to buckle down and figure it out to get your pitching staff ready for the postseason.
Indeed, indeed. And we forget when the Dodgers came into this one, they had won 8 straight. We now make it 9 straight on this Dodgers club, and they are just on all cylinders here. Now 26-15 since the trading deadline. 9-game winning streak. They were a half game in on this before we, they did lose 9 straight before. We were talking about how bad of a time it was. Now all of a sudden we are praising them and saying, this is not the team you want to face. We'll talk about that in a sec. Final thoughts on player of the game. Who do we think gets it? I don't think it's Peralta.
I don't think so either. If I was a betting man, I'd go Hernandez behind the dish.
That could be a good call.
Either him or Darius D-Mac McKenzie. One of the two.
I would give Al Hinton the possibility after that 3-run double. But let's find out. Survey says it's Juan Corcoran. None of us were right. Juan Corcoran gets it 4 for 6, 3 RBI. And he had a game. He had 3 runs scored. He also started the pace on this one by leading off with his 20th home run on the season. So, I guess we'll give it to him. Juan Corcoran, your player of the game. Let's look at action around the eMLB universe before we call it a night. Remember, we'll be back on Thursday again. Jeff is a Geek. If you want to join us in our Discord, that is where you can learn to create your player and you can come to get to know this universe much more. The Jays will defeat the Orioles by a 6-3 score. Ethan Knight ends up having a tough day, falling to 11-10 on the year. Dylan Cousins aiding the Jays in that victory. Red Sox will double up on the Athletics with a 6-3 victory. Kristen Mars gets his 33rd save on the year. Danny Diaz, 47 home runs. Between him and Rafi Devers, you have 111 101 home runs. Don't let me give him too many home runs. 101 home runs between those two guys alone this season. Yikes. Juice ball era indeed. Yankees will defeat the Rays 5-2. Bobby Thomas earns his 11th win on the year, beating Doc Luger, who falls to 9-13. The Indians, meanwhile, will get back into first place as they win against the Tigers 5-4. No, they don't go back into first place. They were down a game and a half. My bad. So it's a half-game lead now for the White Sox as they fell to the Royals 4-1. Corbin Coe earns his 11th win. Crazy Coach, you won your 11th if you're still here. Tony Bernazard got his 7th home run. Tony Bernazard, a community-created player as well. Indians winning 5-4 against the Tigers. Minnesota Twins will defeat the Padres 5-3. Bruce Gratterall will outduel Bobby Dowd. Gratterall now 8-8 on the year. Victor Robles was the hero of the day with 2 home runs, 8 on the season now. Mariners will beat the Rangers 1-0. Bo Crane earns a victory in that one. Jordan Hicks locks down to save his 19th on the season. Several home runs in this one. Astros will defeat the Angels 7-5. Shohei Ohtani pitched in that game. He also hit his 48th home run on the year. He had home runs from Seiya Suzuki, from Gaetano Tiscarinia, and from Phil the Thrill Williams. Phillies will beat the Marlins 6-5. That is Brian Abreu earning his 3rd victory on the year. 3 home runs for the Phillies. You had Pat Waller, Brad O'Brien, Bobby Orr, 17 home runs on the year. The dude can do it all. Red Dick, Sir Pug's creative player, got 2 home runs on the day, 23 on the season for the Marlins shortstop. Braves will defeat the world champion Nationals to add to their tree of woe, 6-1 for the Braves. Austin Riley hit his 45th on the year. Antonio Alvarez his 30th on the season. Let's see. The Brewers will win on an Akil Baddoo home run against the Pirates 1-0. Frank Glaus, the left-hander, earns his 9th win on the year, sending Cody Koshin to a tough 6-13 record. That's a hard luck loss for Cody. 6-13 on the year. Steve Parkinson locks down his 36th save on the season. Chicago Cubs will win 8-4 to keeping on in this instance. Night Pirate, 8-4 win for the Cubs. Danny Smith Jr. becomes a rare member of the 40-40 club as he gets his 40th home run tonight and has 41 steals on the year. Steve Rudy Randolph will earn his 15th win on the season. Reds will defeat the Cardinals 3-1, which means with the victory by the Dodgers, the Cardinals losing, it's now the Dodgers in the wild card spot and the Cardinals 1 game back. So it would be a repeat, Dodgers against the Giants here at this moment if the playoffs started today. Reds against the Cardinals win 3-1 thanks to Edgar Barrios' 50th home run on the season. Think the Pirates miss him yet? I would. Barrios, 50 home runs on the year. That's an impressive number. Rockies will win 9-5. Brian Langan, the 1.0 reliever, gets the win in relief. Jim Horner, the Horn Dog, and Ed Moriarty, a couple of 1.0 names, will earn home runs in that one as well. And again, the game you saw here live behind my big old head. Timo Hernandez, Jackson Robertson, Juan Corcoran, Rob Deere Jr. 4 home runs on the day to help Freddie Peralta earn number 13. Giants manhandled by the Dodgers, 21 hit parade, 16-4 for the Dodgers over the Giants. All right, we'll hit the button really quick. I think Aiden is still there. If he has anything he wants to add before we call it a night, go right ahead.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, and we'll have to do this again sometime. I think it worked out really well, and now that we figured it out, we know how to do it.
I agree. I think that's a good thing to do, and I know I would love to do it. I've been hopeful to do it. I've had some other people that do play-by-play as well besides yourself that I wanted to bring in. Never been able to lock it down, but we finally got it done, and I think we did pretty darn good for our first dry run on it because we didn't rehearse. We just said what we would try to do and what we would try to work on. So let's check. Oh, my goodness, my eyes. Gianfran Escalona, insult to injury for the Mets. Shoulder inflammation. He's going to shut him down, and he'll probably be shut down going into the new year. 4 months is the expected recovery time on the shoulder inflammation for Gianfranco Escalona. There is no injury for Gabriel Arias, just a bruised ankle, but he's fine. Oh, shock. Garrett Cole has another long-term injury. It's like his 3,000th. It's like his 3,000th long-term injury that he's had in eMLB. I don't know why the guy sticks around, but he's diagnosed with a torn rotator cuff. He's going to miss 9 months, so he's probably not expected back until just before the All-Star break next season. Tough Rick. Is he wrecked yet? I think he's wrecked. Meanwhile, Kyle Freeland has acute elbow soreness, and that's expected to probably have him look at the whole fourth quarter, probably up until Christmas is when he will need to recover on that. So some serious injuries just happened here, but on teams that don't have any implication for the postseason. Garrett Cole's face channel is a Frankenstein picture. Funny. Real quick, just to see if we have any additional extensions or anything. We do not. All right. So with that, I think we will get out of here. And again, special thank you to Aiden Pearson joining us in for tonight. For me, I think I'm going to make someone's day. I know that they've been struggling a little bit late, and I know JR won't mind because we're going to go raid Leaf Princess. She's playing some Mario Kart. And I said it right. If my kids heard me, one of them would yell at me right now. But I said it right. So, wrong button, Kamish. I hit the wrong button. Back to litter box I go. Fluff Kitty Ninjas do assassinate, and you're looking at their victim. So next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight, and I'll be back in front of you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Same cat time, same cat channel here for more eMLB baseball as we get closer and closer to the end of this season. Again, special thanks to Aiden. Special thanks to all you guys. It's been fun. It took a little longer, but we still had a great time with it. With that, I will say how you think directs your life. When you think your best, you're going to be your best. So please go out and do your best. Do me a favor. Go say hi to Leaf Princess. Make her day. Fluffy Kitty Ninja raid coming at her. See you soon. Peace.
You jackass!